Mr. Johnson, the particular press conference for you say Zeyo. One consecutive year now we are not being in school say Zeyo. We redress to this particular problem say Zeyo. Our elders, our leaders, our stakeholders of this country, hope you are hearing our voices say Zeyo. Revolutionary tendency. Revolutionary tendency. Revolutionary tendency. Revolutionary tendency. Amanda, away. 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 We are frustrated, says Zeyo. Aluta. Ladies and gentlemen, to the press, students body, concerned students of the PYJ Polytechnic University. We are on the campus this morning to release a press statement on behalf of all students of the PYJ Polytechnic University. The concerned student of the PYJ Polytechnic University, FPRC Zone 7, Conta City, Nima County, for immediate release, November 17, 2025. The concerned student of the PYJ Polytechnic University extend warm greetings to the people of Liberia, especially the citizen and stakeholder of Nima County. We wish to inform the general public that since the passing of Lieutenant Prince Yomi Johnson, founder and vision bearer of the PYJ Polytechnic University, the institution has remained closed for 1 full year. During the period, students have no access to academic activities. No functional administration has been present on campus. Before the death of Senator Prince Yomi Johnson, more than 260 students, again, more than 260 students.
Reactionary tendency.
Abba.
Reactionary tendency.
Abba.
Bad governance.
Abba.
Say no to education.
Abba. More than 260 students paid their tuition and completed final exam in December 2024. However, we are yet to receive our grade slip and academic documents. This situation has placed our education and future in jeopardy. We are now demanding the immediate release of our transfer document. We, the concerned student of the PYJ Polytechnic University, hereby notify Madam Amira Bodi Amara Johnson, the only madam that has an Indian name, related name. We here to notify her. The proprietor of the PYJ Polytechnic University, the board of trustees, the administration, and all relevant authorities, that on November 24th, 2025, again, we will mention that date, on November 24th, 2025, we will stage a peaceful protest at the residence of Madam Johnson. We will stage a peaceful protest at the residence of Madam Johnson in Monrovia and also in Ganta. During this protest, we will demand the release of our grade slip, academic records, and transfer documents. We will not leave her premises until our demands are fully addressed. Additionally, we want to inform Madam Johnson that if she allows students to leave on Ganta to protest our house in Monrovia, she will take the full responsibility of all students' transportation. Again, if Mr. Johnson or Madam Johnson allows students to leave on Nima County to protest at her house in Masorado, she will take the full responsibility of the transportation of each of the students that will be at her residence. Furthermore, we want to bring to the attention of the public, the people of Nima County, and most of us have left for only 1.5 years to while US $1.5 million has been reportedly been allocated for the memorial program. Not a single dollar has been made directed towards the reopening of the PYJ Polytechnic University. That represents the senator legacy and the future of the young people of Nima County. Report indicate that the Nima Legislative Caucus has provided 40 cows. You have 500 for each times in Nima County with over 800 beds of rice. What are we doing with 800 beds of rice? Why are we doing 40 cows and 500 for each times when the PYJ Polytechnic University have been closed with over 260 students? Yet no support has been given to the PYJ Polytechnic University that has been shut down for 1 year. How can we celebrate when more than 260 students are out of school and our future is uncertain? To our parents, the citizens of Nima County, and the people of Liberia, how will you feel if your child paid tuition, studied diligently, and was close to graduation, only for the schools to close with no communication, no administration, no access to academic documents? We are therefore calling on all responsible leaders or stakeholders to intervene immediately by instructing Madam Johnson to authorize the Board of Trustees, the administration, to issue our academics transfer document before November 24th, 2025. If this is not done, we will protest at our residence without regret. If this is not done, we will protest at our residence without regret, as we will simply be demanding for our academic rights. Finally, we caution the current administration headed by Mr. Martin Y. Sumo. If we encounter you or any of your team members on the campus of the PYJ Polytechnic University or anywhere in Nima County without providing our documents, the student will take an unlawful act. The student will take an unlawful act or action to ensure our records are released to us as students of the PYJ Polytechnic University. We, the concerned students of the PYJ Polytechnic University, are committed to defending our future and sacrifices our parents have made for our education. Long live the PYJ Polytechnic University. PYJ Polytechnic University. Ladies and gentlemen of the press.
Mulai kali medalha itu kota Why you say that you want to append to the memorial service intended for the election to that meant to respond for the institution people want to disrupt the activity. I want to say that why you know what was the team organizing the memorial service so that we close on the program for you to come out and tell the public that you people are students who are affected and it's like the elders and people organizing this event can look into your part, but you intend to disorganize or disrupt the activities.
Thank you, because the memorial service is of no interest. You know that the former senator, the late senator, Prince W. Johnson, communicated to all on a daily basis in our dream, letting us know that the institution has died and we are still we shouldn't keep with.
Did he tell you to disrupt the memorial service?
But clearly, when somebody comes in your dream, or more than 10 people will be saying it there, where it shows to you. The person continue to crowd. So we are clearly trying to tell you that the memorial service is not of interest for us as students. One more about 260 students that we're discussing about. Just to buy 40 cows, 800 bag of rubber food, let me down there and relax. After that, some of them be laughing. Some of those people who even form part of this particular committee, they were not even speaking to the lay senator. So we're speaking in the interest of the 260 students that's supposed to be in school. So the $1.5 million that have been allocated for the memorial fees, they should be used to reopen the institution. That's our request.
Well, my name is Peter Cooper. I report for Spoon, Open in our county. The issue of the senator fees coming out is the entire country was something. I don't know what part I have to play with the student activity of the PYJ Polytechnic. You sound as if you're getting communication from the recent communication extended to the past president from the senator.
Thank you. Senator Samuel Poga and myself have not been in communication since we left on the front. Because based on how you treated us as the students, so here myself have not been in
Putting almost anything he said in communication.
No, but that's for me, that maybe you saw it as a reality. And we ourselves too, we saw it as a
The
reality.
insinuation is going around that you guys were supported by politicians.
No politician. Like I said, I am not on a scholarship of any politician in this building from the time I started in this school from 2022. Rather my police, if they are on a scholarship of politician, then they can make it clear. But no politician have paid a dime for me in this institution.
How does the fees affect your activity?
Thank you. This is how the fees affect my activities in here. The late Senator Johnson Webb, Madam Johnson, the madam who have ungratefully accepted the fees to be done, rather than prioritizing the reopening of the institution. How can you have a fees for your husband when the institution is closed? The legacy of the late senator has been closed for 1 year plus. Now the school is not functionable. So you have your fees using $1.5 million. What just in your question, just small money, 100,000, even 60,000 USD can have the institution to be open. So it affects us as students because we form part of the student body of Nima County. And furthermore, we are students of Nima County, we just left with half, 1.5 year to just have our BSc. So now you're going to have $1.5 million allotted for just a mere day of eating and so forth. You think is that reason that we're going to pass bad and blow?
Roland, thank you. My name is Patrick M. David. I report for Magis FM. During your press statement, you did mention about unlawful act.
Yeah.
Doing things unlawful in our country per the Constitution. Do you think, as a student as well, would be the rightful channel in propagating these issues of reopening the institution?
Thank you. And we'll say again, anywhere that we see Mr. Martin Wasmo, the president of the PYJ Polytechnic University, Mr. Danga, the dean of admission, and also Mr. Oke Ochuku, the finance officer, Madam Chaita, anywhere that we see them in any public gallery, we're going to arrest them and turn them over to the Liberia National Police. We're going to arrest them and turn them over to the Liberia National Police. And anywhere we see Mr. Johnson, anywhere that we see Mr. Johnson, anywhere that we see Mr. Johnson, we're going to disrupt activity that will be involved until our document are released to us as students. It is legal. It is legal. It is legal. And as we are telling you that it's legal because since the book has met with us, we keep in here, our lawyer or part of the discussion to travel. Even up to now, the MOU are not been granted. So based on that, it is legal.
You said that you met with Orokoga, when you could see the people protest from the main PDF. What was Orokoga respond to you people?
When Okoga carry on a fine, they don't do what I said of 3 weeks committee to get back to what the committee went to work up to now. We are not using result. Even when you kill the building, you didn't come to the paper or before coming to the paper. That's what she means.
Now, from my end for public clarity, is it that you are in support of those requesting for the postponement of the school fees?
To postpone usually the fees. Even if it is my one, if with the consultation
Are
of
you
the
in support of
students,
postponement?
no. We don't even want for them to have fees. The person that Senator Johnson wants right now is for institution to be running. Like I said, on a daily basis in your PS, in some of our dreams. So the person that Senator Johnson wants for him to be laid to rest. He has been laid to rest physically, but spiritually he has not been laid to rest. That he will be fully laid to rest is for the institution to remain open.
So now that those people are not listening to you, how do you feel?
My brother, we are discouraged. We have been neglected by the stakeholders, the entire Nima County Legislative Caucus, the vice president of the Republic of Liberia. We have been neglected by him because he hears our cry on a daily basis on all of the radio stations. Are they telling us that since Senator Johnson got his school have been functioning? Can the vice president tell us? Can Senator Poka tell us that since Senator Johnson got his school have been functioning? Can Senator Yan tell us that since Senator Johnson got his school have been functioning? Can Madam Paul Golo tell us that since Senator Johnson got his school have been functioning? Sometimes they will come out to say there is no funding. Can they give us the authority to go and lobby for funding? We got other permanent sons in Nima County who are representatives, who are other people that we can get to lobby to have the university open. But they will think that it is a political goal that somebody wants to score on them. Since that is the case of political goal, then you come out to be able to score the political goal on other people too. You cannot be using our feature. You cannot be using our like a skill boat, or you want to use our feature in a way that you want to play your political game with it. We will not accept that as a students.
And so, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, depending on location where you join us from this time. We'd like to say welcome to today's edition of the Heat Hour program here on BKS TV. On the Heat Hour, we say dialogue and not confrontation. We say words and not bullet. In tonight's edition of the show, we'll be hosting the spokesperson for the PYJ Polytechnic University students, Mr. Roland B. Yomi. Roland will be joining us here this evening with one of his colleagues, Hansen Yile, and the both of them will be on the show here tonight to discuss their press conference held today. In the press conference, they mentioned a lot of things, and I can agree with them on some of those things that they spoke on. And if this is unprofessional, bear with me, but I will publicly say that I'm taking the side of the students from the PYJ Polytechnic University. I'm definitely taking their side. I'm a student. I will always be a student. And therefore, I have to take the side of my fellow students when they are in need. At this point, I don't know where Nima is heading. We got sons and daughters from that county. People are there discussing politics, using the name of the late Senator Johnson, discussing politics on a daily basis, but forgetting to know that something that Senator Johnson cherished a lot, which is his university, is still closed up till now. No one cares. And when you speak about a university being closed, people say that's family issue. That's personal property. But when it comes to using his name to gain political relevance in a county, that one it has nothing to do with family. It has nothing to do with personal property. This is getting off him. But Roland will join us here tonight on the show with Hansen Gillette, along with Comrade Roland B. Yomin. Both of them will join us here tonight on the show, and they will discuss vividly what is leading to their planned protest and what are the way forward. What are some of the do's and don'ts that they need to be done first before other plans or other initiatives are taken at the university campus? I listened to their press conference. They mentioned that the feast of Senator Johnson will not be held. They will disrupt the feast if and only if the school is not open. Should I agree with them on that one? I don't know yet. Should I say no to them? I don't also know yet. But Roland will be joining us here tonight with Hansen Gillette, and the both of them will be discussing that issue here tonight on the show. We ask you to please share the show with other people, invite somebody to listen alongside you, and share the show in all of the group chat you are in. Share the show in all of the major groups. Tonight will be super exciting. And I will say some things, some information that I've gathered here tonight. I'm going to say them. I will not hold back. I will say those things here tonight on the show. Mrs. Johnson recording is everywhere in the public. Everywhere in the public. That Senator Johnson died broke. Or because Senator Johnson died broke, you want his legacy to die broke too? I don't know what is going on. I don't know. It has been alleged by the PYJ Polytechnic University students that 1.5 million, I don't know whether that is true or not, 1.5 million have been allocated for the feast of the late senator. If this is true, then I'm disappointed in our leaders. I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed in those people who are saying they want to uphold the legacy of Senator Johnson. I'm disappointed in that. But again, Comrade Roland, if you are there, we ask you to please come on camera along with Hansen. Hansen, you can join us too as well. The CEO is here. Let's bring the CEO on. And so today, one of our panelists, one of the founding members of this platform, got married.
Oh,
See how it
DK?
is?
Oh, I thought I was DK.
You probably follow DK this evening.
Amanda sharing video. I asked him, is it tomorrow morning?
Yeah. So Ronnie, I beg you, since you are still in the back, please ask Henson to join you so we can bring it, the both of you on. I did an info for him already. So please ask him to join you. I beg you, Chief. CEO, what's up? Welcome. How you doing, Chief?
Thank you, thank you, thanks to Roland and his colleague for taking up their time and to join us. And I have to say, man, it's a tough situation they're in. And
Mm.
anyone who's been to school, anyone who knows the importance of education, especially in Liberia, to see the young people, the future of our nation, the future of Nema County. You see those young people, they're not asking for anything. They're not asking for handout. They're not asking for anything, but they're asking for what they are entitled to: education, the fair share, and also basically fair treatment. And to sit back and I listened to Roland talk. Roland was the one who was speaking, right? And it really got to me. It broke my heart because seeing young people, crying to their leaders for help when it comes to the education. I mean, that should not even be an issue especially for a county like Nema County with all our leaders. I think they are all feeling those young guys, the young kids, and it's a shame that no one is taking that seriously. All the way the kids are having back-to-back press conferences, expressing their grievances. I mean, it's tough. And everyone who knows PYJ, who knew PYJ, knew him to be someone who was very passionate about this. This is school. So what else will you ask for? Open the school or give the children, the students, their credentials so they can be able to go. I think he also said something about they have about a year and a half or 1.5 semester, something like that, to get a bachelor's degree. So yeah, it's tough. I look forward to hosting him and his colleague. We will go into that, talk about it. Hopefully, people can give them some listening ears. But congratulations to Mr. and Mistress Twa.
Mhm.
They have their wedding today, and I saw my Peking CRT dancing. There's one old man from Zosiapre who was doing his thing. Yeah, dancing. But it was good. Congratulations to him and his wife. We wish them, on behalf of the platform, we wish them all the best that life has to offer. Happy marriage and successful one. We look forward to having him back on here after his wedding. Well, welcome, Roland.
Roland, good evening and welcome to the show this evening. How you doing, Chief?
Yeah, good evening, and it's a privilege to be here. I think this is my second time appearing on the BKS online platform. So I want to say many thanks to you, the host, and many thanks to you, the CEO. It's a pleasure to be here. Please, a minute, let me communicate with Hanson just answer my call.
Okay, no
Okay,
problem.
no problem. And so that's it. See you. I got a very juicy recording here for you.
Okay,
And I will be playing this recording after our guests leave. Very juicy one. This is
okay.
from the minister destined to the Lanceman Ministry on our Aromatina Ketima. With this entire issue of tradition, when Koga jumped over Senator Johnson body, and I will lay the premise for that discussion so that we can have it on here tonight. One may say, Junior, why you keep discussing on our Tingman? On our Tingman is in the news, so we cannot leave him. Once you're in the news, we still got to beat on you until you leave from the news. But again, folks, if you're joining us, we ask you to share the show with other people. Tonight, we'll be in conversation with the spokesperson for the PYJ Polytechnic University students, Mr. Roland B. Yomin. Roland Yomin today held their second press conference at the PYJ Polytechnic University campus in Kansas City, Nema County. They listed several counts in their press conference. He's here tonight to elaborate on those things for us to know what are the way forward and how can the relatives, those who love Senator Johnson, step in to help. Roland, welcome back, Chief.
Yeah, thank you very much. It's unfortunate that Hanson is telling me that his network is not that stable, but we can use the WhatsApp line that is going to be on the call as well.
Yeah, he can
Yeah.
call him.
Okay, so it's okay. We can have you here for now, and maybe he
Okay.
keep trying to join us. But let's start the
Okay.
conversation with who you are. I know you personally, but let's know your name, and then we start the conversation from your name. Let's just know your name.
All right. My name is Roland B. Yomi, the spokesperson of the PYJ concerned students, and I was the acting chairperson of the Quarter House Committee of the university.
Thank you. So, Ronan, which course you were studying at the university there before its closure?
I was studying information technology,
Great.
IT. Sure.
Now, to the conversation, the past week or months, you guys held your first press conference. Let's discuss the first press conference first before coming to this one. What was the outcome that you got from the first press conference you had?
The first press conference that we had, the outcome was not that suitable to us, and it led to a protest before Senator Koga could come in. But when we had the first press conference, it was not. They didn't hear result until we took the street.
So after you took the street, when we heard the information that the school was in negotiation to be sold, you guys held another press conference on the campus. How far is that one to as well?
All right, thank you. We have Hassan at the back there, so I have already connected him on my WhatsApp.
Okay. So we
Okay.
will go to Hassan. After you answer a few other questions, we'll go to Hassan too for him to chip in there too. So let's hear you first.
All right. So when we had the first press conference, and then there result into a protest wherein they didn't listen to us. We went on the street. We paraded from the school main campus to the LPMC backpass, from the backpass to the main street, from the main street heading back to the school campus with our placards in our hand, and we didn't see nobody. The only time we could see people was the time when we blocked the road leading to Seclet Pier. That was the time we saw people came out to ask us what happening, and then we told them that we only want to see the people from the county administration and the school administration, Mrs. Johnson. Then we can read our petition statement to them. From there we can leave. So on that bad draft, there where the city mayor of Kanta came in, and then he asked us that we should be able to leave the street. We said, but then who will receive the petition? He said he's the one who's going to receive the petition. But before us going on the street, what happened was the university president denied us of entering the hall. We wanted to read the petition in the hall, but he denied us of entering in the hall. So based on that, when we gave her the count of a 10, they said they can't open the hall. That's what led to the students to go back on the street. So when the city mayor came, he said we should leave the street. We asked the city mayor, what guarantee are you giving us that when we leave the street and go back to the fence, we're going to have access to the hall? He said, I'm talking to you people as a mayor and a representation of the county as well. So let's leave and then go in the campus, and then we said, okay, in the fence. So we said, okay, no problem. That's how we left the street. We took all the things that we put on the street, we lay everything, we lay everything on the side, and then we went on the campus. When we went on the campus, he said, you people can read your petition, and then after reading your giving the petition statement, I will hand deliver it to the county administration and another person that's supposed to receive the petition. So we were in the position now of reading the petition, saying the court got draft in with the cars, and then he packed. When he packed, and he came, and then he called me. He said, in fact, who is the leader for the group? Who is the leader? I said, yes, I'm the leader. He said, calm down. And then I went down to him. He said, you know what you're doing? You know what you're doing? You're doing it, you're showing up bar. I said, what do you mean by doing things and then I'm showing you bar? He said, yes, but what you're doing, you people are being politically motivated to do what you're doing. I said, no, sir. He said, no, but listen to me while I'm talking. So we were talking while some of my colleagues were talking. I told them to wait until he can express himself. Then for now we can have it. He said, where the petition? I said, but can we read a petition to you? Then you can be able to carry it. He said, no, nobody reading petition here. The very first thing what you did is unlawful. So you can read petition to us. What you do, we can't have anything here. In fact, you pay your way, your father may go on the farm. Then for now we discuss. And then we said, but we don't have transportation to go on the farm. He said, okay, but then saying that is the case, I can only carry few team members. I can only carry few team members with me on the farm, and then the rest of the people can remain here. So when he said we can get every team member, we were three. We got in the car, and then the rest of our colleagues they used the car chon for us to go there. And some of our colleagues sat on motorbike because we really wanted to hear what we wanted to we really wanted to get what he wanted to say to us. So when we went on the phone, he said, "Gentlemen, this is it. You're giving the petition statement. It will reach any other person that needs supposed to be here." So we start differentiating it because we have a CC copy to the vice president, the superintendent, the caucus body, and also to him, Senator Koga and Senator Nyatwayen. So we had deliver all the copies to him. He said once it reached me, it had already reached the people. So in that aspect now, he set up three committees. He set up three good committees in our present. He set up the committee with Melvin Yolu that will speak with the children and that will speak with the children to ask them what is the reason that up to now the school has not yet been open. He set up another committee with the madam, with the president of the university, with Mr. Barkley, who is the chairperson for the PYJ Foundation, and with Mr. Smo to talk to the madam as to what is the actual problem that the school has not yet been open. Then from that, he set another committee, and then he even instructed the PRO for the madam, Humphrey Jacob, to tell her that she must be able to have a bank statement. What happening that the school has not been open, so she must bring bank statement. When she said there is no money in the account, there should be a bank statement because the government send resources into the account of the school. So he gave the committee, he told us to give him 3 weeks because our three committees ourselves, so he asked us to give him 3 weeks. We said okay. So when we came back home, we came with the mindset that yes, at least our problem going to be settled. People were like, okay, I reached the rightful people. So when we came home, the 3 weeks that he gave us a collapse. We are not having no communication there. So my colleagues told me now that since the 3 week collapse, let's start sending communication. I said no. He's a very big person, high profile officials of our county. So since the 3 week collapse, let our additional 1 week on our 3 week to make it 4 weeks. If we're not hear from him now, then we can take further step. We add additional 1 week. And some of my colleagues even got angry with me in the chat room that maybe I found part of what happening. I want to see the downfall. I said no. Sometimes when a big person tell you something, you have to pay attention. So we add additional 1 week. After the 1 week, in the middle of the 1 week, we are saying communication. I said, we are not hearing from you people. So in that process now, that was the time he told me that I will get back to you people. The message stayed between him and someone WhatsApp. That he will get back to us. From that time, before the fourth winner could end, when I call, there is no the call can bounce back. There is no answer. When I send you message, there is no response. It was the time in our process now. It was the time they said somebody went to your house with that medicine stuff. So when I call, there can be no answer. When I send message, the communication between him and someone WhatsApp. When I send the message, there is no response. So we came back again as a student. We said, but what is happening? The administration is not talking to us, and then saying the Koga that will at least says that he's going to speak in our interest, and then he's not even responding to us like this. The 3 weeks have been exhausted. Another 1 we have been in the 4 weeks. So I think what we can do now is we should be able to release another press statement where we can be able to inform the public of what's happening. So in our press, we left in that week as to maybe they're going to get to or instead brainstorming, talking to family member, want to settle the issue. That was the time we got our sources told us that the university had been sold to a group of company from America, and they will soon be coming to Nima County to do assessment. So we started doing we started asking sources again as to how much the university have been sold for. Would that university be wrong, or would the place be run as a university or a company or a different aspect? People say, but all will know the university have been sold, so that your information will give you there. We say, okay. So they were bold enough to tell us the amount. That was the time that we took the step to go and break the silence on the university sale issues. When we went there, we broke the silence on the sale. We told them that this is the day that the people are going to come on the campus to do an assessment or inspection. So in the course of that time that we mentioned, that was the same things that happened there. When we said we left, we went back home. So that entire week, when they showed that they were going to kind of do inspection on Friday and Saturday, we went there on Friday. We went there before Friday. We went there on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We spent 3 days, 3 nights at our university. So it was on Friday when the madam came in the evening hour. It was around 5 going to 6. When she came in the evening hour, she met her there. She just part, they spoke to us, and then she went to her house. She didn't ask her why is the reason that we're on the campus. She went to her house. So when she went to the house, security went to her. She told the security that we should leave the campus. And then the security came and told us that, oh, the madam said we should leave the campus. We said, we're not leaving the campus. They said, the security said, please respect me as a security so that you can leave, because if anything happened here, they will say that you people, the students, you people are being here, so you people will take the responsibility. That I talked to my colleagues. They never wanted for us to do it. But I spoke with them and then they understood me. We left the campus. When we left the campus, we went there on on Saturday morning again. When we went on Saturday morning, who we saw? We saw Senator Koga. We saw Dr. Wunkeyo. We saw the former Chief Justice of Liberia. We saw Wang Ban, who is the lawyer, I think the lawyer for the madam. We saw Mr. Bagley. We saw the pastor for the Senator Johnson Church. We saw some group of women. They were also there that came along with them. So when they came to the campus, we told them that nobody doing inspection here. In fact, we the students were demanding that they give our document before any other thing can be done on the campus. So Dr. Wunkeyo came now to talk to us as students to convince us. So we said, Dr. Wunkeyo, can you please open the hall so that we can have a sit, we can sit and then discuss the issue, because we'll not be standing on the sun. Then we'll be discussing. Dr. Wunkeyo said, the place is lack, in fact, and that talk right here. We said, but your being in Nima County is a university president aware? Your being in Nima County is a university president aware? That the Wunkeyo said the university president is aware. So we left right there. Some of our colleagues left right there. We start doing communication. We did communication to the university president. He said he's not aware of that. The Wunkeyo being on the campus. We said that the Wunkeyo university president said that he's not aware of your being on the campus. How will you come on a campus that you give to somebody to control, and the person is not aware of your being here? This situation is why I cut on now to stand on the sun to speak. I mean, for you to speak to us while standing on the sun. He said, you people don't mind that. The madam who owned the property, the key will soon be. I asked him, I said, but then so it means that the key have been taken from the president and turned over to the madam. He said, don't be asking me that question. Let Jay hear what you're supposed to hear from us. I said, okay. My colleague said, let's listen to him. We listen to him. He said, there's a group that coming to buy the university, and then we want for you people to be kind. Their packages.
Dr. Wunkeyo told you, the students, that.
Dr. Wunkeyo told we, the students. Dr. Wunkeyo told we, the students, that there's a group that came from America to buy the university, and the group, they have a lot of good news that they want to give us. So we should come down so that they can be able to speak to us. And then I said, Dr. Wunkeyo, he said, so I want you to give me time. For me, I only the chairperson from Senator Johnson, that the assistant chair on the board of trustee. So I want for you to listen to me. I don't have anything to play in Madam Johnson property. When she want to sell her property, that's all right. When she don't want to sell it, that's all right for me. Just as a board trustee. So I want for you to come down, and then from there, what the people have for you, when they say it, then we can go into the process. When you're done, then you people can come back to school. And then I asked him, I said, Dr. Wunkeyo, and said, yeah. I said, you as a commission on higher education, is this the way that you can proceed for you to lead a team to come on a university campus on the issue of sale basis? And you are the same person who accredited a particular university. And despite accrediting the university, you also the assistant, the co-chair on the board of trustee. He said, I don't have any right to Mr. Johnson property. I said, okay. That question has been, it is rested. And then as I said, that do you know that this university receive a funding or a subsidy from the government of Liberia? He said, yes, I'm aware. I said, the first subsidy that I received was 50,000. He said, yes, I'm aware. I said, the second subsidy was 30,000 USD. He said, yes, I'm aware. I said, the third subsidy that I was saying was $7,920 LRD. He said, yes, I'm aware of the subsidy. I said, okay, but then now, where are these subsidies that Mr. Johnson cannot open the school? He said, but you know, the PYJ University were running on an account, and Senator Johnson, he's entitled to everything. So for that reason, and the foundation account, so the money went to the account to differentiate the account from the foundation account. They were looking at, I said, okay, but then you as a board, co-chair on the board, what you did, what was your recommendation? He said, I think we went into a little argument in that process. So he said, I shouldn't ask him that question. I said, no, I'm supposed to ask him that question. So I said, okay, then later I told him, I said, I asked him the question for future reference. For future reference, that's the reason why you see I asking you some of these questions. I said that later question to rest. I said that the one care, do you know that we pay fees in the school? He said yes. I said that the one care, do you know that since we did our last exam, we are not entering the school, we are not have access to our grade slip? He said yes. I said that the one care, do you also aware that this university, it is accredited and everything that we do in the university will pay fees? He said yes. I said okay, but then why up to now the university is not functioning? He said, Mr. Johnson said there is no funding to run the university. So we left talking, and then somebody brought the key. They opened the hall. We enter in the building. When we enter in the building, it was the time now that the former chief justice was outside. But so the Koga came now. He said, look, y'all have to listen to us. We said we will not listen to those people until our document can be released. He said, you're listening to us. People say, okay, now you're elderly people, you're listening to them. You're listening to him. He said, I begging you, my people, my students are begging you, please. We brought those people so that they can be able to talk to you, and the people that want to buy the property, let them be able to buy the property, because I'm not able to open the school here, and I not got anything to do in the school business. This school here, the property here is for Miss Madam Johnson and the rest of the family, enough for me, enough for Senator Koga. So you're listening to the people that want to buy the property, so that what they have for you, they can be able to tell you as well. So I said, okay, but then since that is the case, we can't tell Mr. Johnson not to sell our property because it belongs to her. None of us carrying Senator Johnson last name, and neither we are not nephew or cousin to Senator Johnson before we talk about not selling the property. So what we need now as a student is our document. You tell Mr. Johnson to give our document, then that will have our document in our possession. Then you can proceed with any other thing. He said, I'm begging you. Let's listen to Mr. Gwampa. Let Mr. Gwampa speak. Then when Mr. Gwampa speak to you people, then you will be able to understand what we brought them in here. We gave them the chance. Mr. Gwampa said the university is coming on a work grant where students are going to be working and then attending at the same time. So we're not going to lack anything. So we should allow them, we should accept it, but they are going 99% in enrichment in purchasing the university. We said, okay. Since that is the case, and there was a sensible question I was asked. They said, why is it that you say you are Senator Johnson's friend? You want to buy the university, but you don't want to maintain the name. Why? He said the question is administrative. It is an administrative question. He said, okay, saying it is administrative, for our only concern is our documents should be in our possession. So when we continue demanding for our documents, and the Koga said, okay, what we can do is, we said, but we came on your find there was no understanding. And then the next thing people talk, we met with a lot of people up to now, there is no understanding. So what can assure to us that we're going to get our document? He said, right now, I will install Barclay. Let Mr. Barclay be able to prepare the MOU, and then you'll come on the campus, you'll sign the MOU. That's starting from now to go upward. Maybe from now to next week, you'll start receiving your document and your transfer letter from the institution. Anywhere you want to go, you can go there. Or if you want to wait for the schools to be open, then you can do. We say fine.
When was this? When was that MOU signed?
The MOU are not even signed. They said they were going to draft it. When they draft the MOU and then drop it on the campus for us to sign it. Okay. So when you say, we say, okay, fine. You can drop the MOU and then drop it on the campus on Monday. We sign the MOU, you carry your copy, we'll carry our own copy. So that when you're not issue us our documents, then we know the next step to take. Everyone else, we agree. We left the campus around I think it was around 2 going to 3. We left the campus. Well, I reached out, the entire team now went to Mrs. Johnson's house because she didn't enter in the building. She was to her house. They went to Mrs. Johnson's house. It was shocking that Monday when we went on the campus, we didn't see a drop of paper on the campus. We asked the security said that nobody left paper with them. We said also it means that the people cajoling us, they're taking off a food, wherein we are paying all of our finances at the university. But at the end result, now we left with some of our colleagues left with at least 1 or 2 semesters to graduate. Then they behaving to us like this. So we came back again on a drawing board in the chat room. We said, what can we do? They said, let's give them time. Since they said the university is going to open,
Let's give them that time and then listen to them what they're going to say. So when we call Mr. Grumpa too, from that point, his phone can ring. When we call Mr. Grumpa, his phone cannot ring. We try getting to how you call it, to the senator. There is no way. So even the madam, she are not even call us from the time the entire issue started to even say those people are those students are my children. Let me be able to go and sit down with them. It had never happened. It had never happened. So we started brainstorming what is the next thing that we can do to get our document out, because students continue to cry in the chat room that they want to go to other places to attend based on what happening. We said, okay, can we have a protest? Students said no, protest not going to heal result this time around. So that gave them more time. So we start giving them time.
Let me hold you there 1 second here, Roland. Let's try to make this interactive, and ask questions.
Yeah, I almost.
You almost done it.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
No, ask a question.
No, I was just going to ask you, the students who are asking for their transcript and things to go to different school. Everyone pay their school fees, right? Like you guys don't owe anything, no arrear, all your school fees, everything paid. You just want your transcript.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead. Complete your thought, then we can go into the conversation part.
All right, so we start brainstorming as to what will happen. So the following time now, it was the time the VP came from China. The VP came from China when they interviewed him on VOG. He said, Mr. Johnson went into your office. She said that the school will not be so again. So for that reason, nobody buying the school. So what was in the policy was a myth. So we said, in our chat, we said, so you're telling us you're trying to cajole us again? The first time you said the school due are gone 99%. Then today another news that the school will not be so. We are expecting ourselves to be maybe be in school by February. We already bearing in mind. Then you're coming out to tell our school are not been so. And then the next thing is there is no actual date that will be that is shown to us that school going to open at so and so time or entering going to start at so and so point of time. So the students start some of us will start having we start brainstorming as to what is our next action to be done. So students came to a point now that the document should be given. The very first thing when we went to our legal team, the legal team said that we should be able to take Mrs. Johnson to court based on several occasions that she had refused to give our document, and we did our final exam. Now we want our grace leave. We can't have access to our grace leave. We should take her to court. We told our legal team that we want to handle the issues the rightful way, the edited way, so that people can say, oh, we took our mother to court or we took her elsewhere. So there were now that led us today to have the press statement. When we heard when she spoke on radio that the 28th going to be her late husband feast. So they're going to have 40 cows to 40 chiefdom, 500 out of each, and then 800 bag of rice. So we said, also, what did madam take off for? We pay our fees in our institution and we did tests. Up to now, we are not receiving our grace leave. Instead of you talking to us, you can't talk to us, but you rather prioritize the fees while you're using heavy resources to have the fees. But you don't want to use our resources to open the university. So we want to go and pour on our gather. We have no interest of attending the institution. What we want now is for our document to be given to us. If she sees it prudent to open the institution, we'll go back there. When she does not open the institution, we can find our way. It means that she's not owning her. We ourselves will not owning her. So to stop every other means of us going on the campus, let our document be in our possession. And then students accepted, they agree. That's why led us today. We went on the campus there. We have the press statement read to the public today. And we assure Madam Johnson that in the next, from now to the 24th of this month, when our documents are not issued to us, from now to the 24th, we'll protest at her residence in Mosorado and also in Kanta. We will protest at her residence in Mosorado and also in Kanta. And the feast that she's talking about, we're going to disrupt every activities of that feast. Whether security being there, security not being there, we're going to disrupt every activities. And everywhere that we see her in public gallery, we'll disrupt every standing point that she will be standing to demand and get our document out. And to the university president and every other officials, as well, administrators as well on the campus. That's the same things that goes to them, as we say in our press statement today.
Thank you so much, Roland. I will just ask you two questions, and then the CEO can come in, or if the CEO have his two questions, he can ask you first, then I will come in second.
Yeah, you can go ahead. First, I would just make a statement and you ask your questions. So, Roland, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there. I wanted us to make it interactive as well. But personally, from my personal viewpoint here, I think I empathize with y'all. Yeah, I think what's going on is completely wrong. The county administration, the leadership, and everyone who's responsible for this should do something. They should, if they're not going to open the school, if they are not going to get things done the way they are doing it, they should try to give at least your documents so you guys can go to school. Because time is fast spent. You get every day that goes by, the older you get, and time is being wasted. So, personally, I feel bad, and I empathize with everything that you guys think.
Today making a 1 year. Let's say this month making a 1 year, 1 good year sitting at home without going to school.
So that 1 year, you guys should have been. Some of your colleagues could have
been graduating.
Yeah.
1 year is a 2 semester.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Thank you so much, Roland. I want to note this. You guys have had a couple of engagement before, and this engagement, people have come to speak to you that you should drop arms, that they will settle the issue. Number one person is Senator Koga. When you heard your first protest, Senator Koga spoke to you people, giving you guys the assurance that the issue will be resolved. Now that you've come up with another press statement that you will disrupt the feast of Senator Johnson if held. If any other lawmaker or any other statement from NEMA comes to you people as students to negotiate that you should let the feast go, after the feast, you guys will have the discussion, what would be your stand on that?
If any other lawmaker that will speak to us, if we're going to honor that statement.
Mm-hmm.
All right, thank you. We by listening to them and then telling them that they should install Madam Johnson to give our document in the time frame. That's the only way they are where we stand right now. Today, I even placed communication to the son of Senator Johnson. The network is breaking in. I don't know whether
we can hear you. Actually.
We are hearing you.
Okay. So, like I said, any other person that will come, even the superintendent, because the superintendent will not tell us that they are not been hearing or crying. The superintendent will not tell us that since Senator Johnson died on the 2024, the school have been functioning. The vice president will not tell us that since Senator Johnson died, the school have been functioning. The vice president will not also tell us that since Senator Johnson died in November, we as students who have been in the school here and have been hearing our cry on the very radio station. But the vice president has a team that when somebody talk to him in Nima County, they will call him and then tell him that so and so thing happened in Nima County. The same thing with the superintendent, the same thing with all the senators and the representatives. But this time around, we cry, there can be no call that can be placed to them, and they can't honor the call. And none of them have called us and said, that's in our round table, look, this is the process. So any of them that will be coming to us, we will tell them that please ask Mr. Johnson to give our document because our time has been wasted. If we were in school right now, then we're discussing about graduation to make the fact. Then we're discussing about graduation. Like the education department, if we were in school this December, they were going to graduate. Agriculture department were going to graduate this December. You see that? Then we, the artist students, at least by the end of 2026, we're going to graduate. The engineering department, rather, the end of 2026, we're going to graduate. But now you see this entire process looked at it. So you will come to Roland, you will come to the students by and tell them, say, I'm begging you. But not knowing that our time is wasted, or it has been wasted. At the end of the day, when some of our colleagues are going way behind their play, who cannot find a way now to come back in the time, you will say, we're not educated people. At the end of the day, we'll start singing a mother behind one politician here from in the morning to the night, because this is how it can start. So since that issues, they are now going to that extent, our parents, some of our parents still strong, our sponsors still strong, let them give our little document that they have there, that other school might be able to accept us, let us be able to go there. Because today they might come and tell us that next year school will open, we not know we're going to rise again in the family. We not know what kind of politician, what kind of politics they're going to run again. That next year school will not open. So when the document is in our possession as a students, when the school open next year, we see a necessary will go there. When the school not open, we'll still keep our document in our possession. It means that we'll not be going to Mr. Johnson campus. We'll not be embarrassing Mr. Johnson no longer.
Thank you. This leads me to my next question. What do you think is holding the school administration back from providing you guys your documents?
It is corruption.
How?
Mr. Johnson took all the money that the government gave from the school account.
Wow.
All
So
the
she-
funds are
Mhm.
So she's not able to. So are you saying the school administration is not able now to get your documents to you? Because again, the documentation. If you guys have your report, your grade, your records there, everything has been in place. Where you have the registrar, you have the president. From what I heard you say, it sounded to me like Dr. Wonkayo and the president of the university are now on the same page. Because
even the proprietors and the president of the university are now they are now on the same page.
okay, so for them to again, June, I know you asked a question, but let me ask my one question here because that's what really. So from everything you guys have said, from what I gather is your demand now, your ask of everyone else now is to you guys need your document, regardless if the school opens. If the school doesn't open, you're kindly reaching out to them and requesting anyone in authority that has the ability to talk to the school or the owner of the school now to make way to have every student document clear and given to you guys. Okay. So let me follow up there. Personally, I know this is stuff is personal. Anyone who knows about education, how hard that place is. How has this affected you? I know you talked to a couple of your colleagues and you are the leader. Personally, other than the academic part, how has this affected you personally from a student who desired education, who wants to go to school, fought very hard, wherever you got your tuition from, going to school, and then abruptly your education is being politicized and things are being confused all over the place.
Thank you. If I lost a little job I'm doing, Mr. Johnson will be responsible for that. Like some of my colleagues, the little job that they are doing, when they lost that job, Mr. Johnson will be responsible for that. The reason is just simple. When you apply for a job, when you are not a university graduate, sometimes you put there, how do you call it? That's a perceived name that you sometimes put in your document. So now the school is not functionable. Now, in the process, when they were doing verification, they go down to our job site. They noticed that the school was not functionable. So they turn around and start demanding. You see, they start demanding us to reapply as well. So you see how the entire situation is embarrassing right now. So it means that we want to go to school. We want at least we have somehow have ourselves doing something somewhere that backing some of these things up, that paying our school fee and so forth. It is embarrassing to know that most of our colleagues now, they are riding motorbike. It is embarrassing to know that some of our colleagues are gone back on the farm. It is embarrassing to know that some of our colleagues has become wheelbarrow rider. Today I saw one of our friends. He's a wheelbarrow rider now. And then imagine there's a guy on the campus. I think you saw the first video who sell rap person to sponsor himself at that university. Imagine that's the only business that guy can do. He's a criminal justice student. He sell rap pricing to send himself to school. And then that guy left with just 1.5 years to graduate. And then doing the kind of things with the guy. You know that guy cry on the campus? They're going to, I have the recording. I have to go and tell him, say, look, it is not the end of your life. If you are being treated this way, it's not the end of your life. So what we can fight for now is to get our document and go to different institutions. But you shouldn't be crying and so forth. It can happen to anybody. Even myself, I broke into tears at my house. But later on, woke up in the night, I said, sometimes that's how life goes. We have to move on. But it is kind of embarrassing to us right now. Do you know that we have a job anywhere else now, based on how the situation looked like, because the university is not running? So it is embarrassing. Most of our colleagues now, they have become teachers. Most of our colleagues now, they have become bar riders. Some of them are just become they are become housewives now to people. So that's how embarrassing it is. We came with a mindset of at least spending 4 years, or at least either 4 or 5 years to get our degree, so that tomorrow they can call us a degree holder. Other people advise us that don't attend the PYJ Polytechnic University to admit the fact. People advise us. People talk to us. But you know, sometimes when I'm saying it, it's like they say the child can hear, the child can feel. But that's the process. This is how embarrassing it is to us. When they see us and they can say, but I told you, I call you out there, I told you, say, don't do it. But you see how your life looking now. You see your entire 3 year or 3.5 years you spend there, you see how you're looking, that wasteful year you spend there. You're not graduate. And that's how Mr. Johnson won for us.
It's unfortunate. It's quite unfortunate that again, I want to blame this on our leaders, those in the county. It's quite unfortunate that these people will be crying every night and then people will not listen to their cries. It's very unfortunate. Let's welcome to the show my friend and brother Cyrus Daquan. Cyrus, welcome. How you doing? Mana Lorena, don't care, welcome. Roland is back, Cyrus. If you have a question, you can ask. If you don't have a question, you can make your input there too before we go to Mana Lorena.
Yeah, thank you, Junior. Let me use this time to say good evening to the CEO and everyone on the show. I partially listened to Roland as he explained. I was not following from the inception, so I'm not acquainted with all of the issues he explained. But let me ask him my first two questions. That I will make a statement further. So, Roland, I listened to you when you said the actual demand the students are making is for you guys to get your documents. I don't know if it is the transcript or letter of transfer, you know, whichever document it may be. Do you have you asked the students in entirety? Have you asked them, because for university to give documents, if it is transfer or whatever it is, they first of all want to make sure that the students that got enrolled follow the process legally. They follow, they enter presentation, they start entrance, they pass the entrance, they pass WAEC or WAS, they have the requisite documents to enroll. Have you also asked some of your colleagues that, you know, everyone enter the school legally? Because there are, in Liberia, there are students that fail WAEC and WAS. Some don't even have high school documents, but because of certain influence, they use their connections to make their way through. And if it comes to this stage now, because it's taking a legal route now, people, even if it goes to court before the school releases document to students, it will be legitimate students, students who they were successful, who have documents, all their high school documents, and who sat entrance and passed. Can you confirm that all of your colleagues follow the legal process that lead them to becoming student of the institution?
Yes. Like I said, yes. And the reason why I said yes is because we started the institution together. And these were documents that they requested for before enrolling at the institution. So we submitted all of the documents in the Dean of Admission office as well. So they have all of our documents that is stored there. And they have their database as well in the institution. So if they come back and check by and notice that XYZ, they need to submit a document, then they can go fast to the XYZ transfer letter. Those who supposed to go, they can go.
Well, thank you. I think the situation at the university is actually is unfortunate. Is sad. I feel for all of you students at that institution. Um, Personally, for me, I am one person who don't like the institution. People, some of my family members attempted to get enrolled at that institution, and I said no because it was almost like when God is speaking through somebody, because nothing about that institution could win my heart. I had always said to people that that place is good to be a vocational institution for people to learn technical skills, but to make it a full-fledged university wherein we have NU in St. College, we have LRCC. These are recognized institutions. I think the idea was that good, but howbeit, once they got accreditation from the Commission on Higher Education, it means the institution is legitimate. So I think when you were explaining the why you share with us as the only option, I think it has some violent semblance. Violence does not solve problem. You know, you said if all of the processes fail and the madam refuse to issue your documents, the only option you will have is to disrupt their feast. I think it's not right. When you enroll in an institution legally, then there exists a contract between you and the institution. In law, there is this contract they call synalamatic contract between two people. Forget about the number of students involved. Every student has a contract with PYJ institution and him or herself. So now, if you guys can go together as a student body to carry the institution to court, it will be right, because you have, assuming all of you have paid your tuition and other activities fees, it means you have performed your contractual duty. So now it is left with the institution to perform theirs, and their duty is to teach you, to ensure that you receive your document at the end of the day. You graduate. That's their duty as long as you've paid. So the father, they do not want to take that obligation, because they owe you that service and you've paid for the service already. So the father, they are refusing to execute their duty. You now have a right to go to court, and file a civil suit on them, on the institution or whoever is responsible, on grounds that the contract between you and them, they are abusing their obligation. They don't want to execute their obligation. So the court will force them to give you your transcript, whatever document, because you've already demonstrated you've paid for the service, and they are refusing to to provide a service or you paid for. So I think it's advisable, instead of going on a strike action that may lead some of you to go into jail. I think it's advisable that if all of the mechanisms that you are using fail, you go to court. There is a magisterial court in Ganta. You go to court as a student unit. You file your complaint to the court. Once you have a lawyer, I mean, it's a fine case. It's a case that you can win. And if you even ask the court to put prohibition to every activity, relating to whether fees, this one, or they want to sell the institution, you can put prohibition on the process. If there are credible information that they want to sell the institution, you can file for prohibition. Once you pray for it in court, the court will prohibit the process until your claims are addressed. But to go on the extreme, to disrupt, it means you are taking law into your hands, and most of you will end up in jail, which will not be good. You are already frustrated. I know the situation is trauma focused. And if you take law into your hands, people will not look at the traumatic effect this situation is causing, but the violent aspect of it is what the law will be addressing. So I advise that all of you guys go to court to prohibit whatever process they want to do, so that the law can be on your side. That's the comment I wanted to make. Thank you.
Thank you ever so much. Mana Lorena, welcome. But before we go to Mana Lorena, I think Ren, you guys are also unconstitutional. But I beg to differ with my Lena colleague. The issue of peaceful assembly is granted on our constitution, the 1986 Constitution of Liberia. And I support the idea of you people peacefully assembling on that day and stopping that event from happening. It's clear. When you take all of the educative approach is not working, I think the radical approach will work. We got elders in the county, Comrade Cyrus. They are listening to the students cry. None of them coming to the cries of the student. They are not calling the student to know what is going on. But all they're waiting for right now is 40 cows to go to their chiefdom and they go chill together, drink all the best of wine. So this is, for me, I'm getting emotional with this. I will stop here. Mana Lorena, welcome. Let's hear you.
Okay, so the issue of the closure of the school is not ready the discussion tonight. Let me say good evening to all of you. The issue is the student getting their transcript or transfer letter or whatever. And this is not Roden first time appearing on this platform with the same issue in the same mood. So the last time Roden appeared, before his appearance, they had some protests, some at the campus, some very violent protests on the campus. And I told him that every advocate has an approach, different approach to different way you want to address things. So maybe we see some group of students, they will have roadblock, they will do a lot of things. Is that what you want to do? Have you any result? So the last time you appeared here, I told him, I said, I remember that the one came your court, I think the president or who of the school, and told him that the students need a transcript or a letter because the VP has said the student can go to LRCC and NU. All he needs is for the president to just send a list of those students. He will going to pay the school fee with with what the discussion are going on. So I told you really the best thing, and that called the Madam Mrs. Johnson to make available transportation for that person. You were immoral because it was at the time they were owing their arrears. So that's what going to be unfair to tell the man to pay away from out of his own pocket to go to Lima. In my presence, he called the Madam. I told you on the show. I said the best thing you people can do, go to the Madam. If she fail, go on record. If she also fail, go to the board. The school has a board. If the board fails you, go to the higher education. I know of students, individual students, not whole group, who have taken institution to higher education, the George case, and they won that case. They won the college or the university. I know of them. So I said it on the show. And then, so for me, I really thought most of you are getting your document, or except for those who say, okay, I'm fine with DAMTA, and or I work for PYJ school. That's what I really thought. So again, I will advise you and
Really?
Roland. The polytechnic is now a full university. So we assume about 2 years, 3 years. Most of it was anticipating that you will graduate by that time in the time frame. So for you to be there all this while and say trying to, what will you give if you ever stop a fees that nobody even knows the schedule? So when is the schedule of the fees that you waiting for the bus stop? Do you know? You do not know. Even Mr. Johnny was, I don't think she even know the schedule or anything. So what I will advise you again tonight, saying you are the school president for the student, go and meet as a group. I know you have talked to the mother plenty of time. I remember your first appearance, you say you're even call her go put her on record, and maybe after this, she will not answer you, whatever. Go to the school board. If the school board does not intervene, come get 3-4 person or 2 person come to NCHE and file a formal complaint. The NCHE has the authority to bring that president to wherever he is and tell you to get your transcript. For really to go say you will stop it, you are right to stop it because our constitution allows us to protest. And once it is not infringement, it is not violent. But when is the fees that you will supposed to go stop so you can get your document? So I think you should be taking a approach that will make you to get your the document you want from the school instead of things that will make you not to get it from the school. Because if the last time I told you been more than 2-3 months, if we are further that, the pieces of advice I gave you, maybe by the time all the we're talking about people have gotten a document for me.
Let me ask you real quick though. So where is the leadership of Nema County in all this? These kids are all victims of this unfortunate situation. Some of them don't even have, they don't have that power, that political will go to NCH or wherever you're talking about. So where's the leadership? These kids have been crying. Don't you think it's fair for us to hold our leadership accountable?
Aaron, it is not everything we do with politics, not because it's PYJ school. The last time NCHE, either in August, June, around between June and August, or May and August, they closed a lot of universities down. So students who in that school, let's say for example, like my team, Faith University in somewhere in my GP, I think they should 1 or they should 2. So you want to tell me say that a lot of people are going to get a transfer or to follow the same process I mean. Let not always look at PYJ to be like, because it's about PYJ, it must be politically and no connected. I understand we got leaders. He been on the air. He been plenty. I don't know whether you are following, I follow him more because anything that comes from me, I like to watch it and get learn something from it. I have followed him plenty of time. It's not helping. For example, in my GP, the former senator of my GP, his school offer a master program. I assessed that school. I said they cannot offer master program, and they shut that whole master program. They're not offering bachelor. So must they say the representative of that particular district, they must go to him first to get a transcript? No, they will have to go to the school. So listen to me everywhere.
Let me come in there a little bit.
Because the last time I was talking to Rhoda, I was very emotional. I was feeling sorry for them. But it's been 4 months, and Rhoda, they're not taking any step. They will not listen to advice that will help them to get it. They want only they
I'm coming to a plan. I want to clarify this.
Wait. Yeah,
No,
you let me end before I ask you a question.
You are not law.
Let me ask you a question.
Because maybe probably you didn't follow the
Can I end with asking a question and you come with another question?
No,
just made a statement and answer.
Roland want to say something there because probably
no, I cannot because I'm trying to answer a question I was asked. I'm not in court.
I think you've already answered the question. We shouldn't make it
political. I was making an example. I was setting an example. Where I was leader. Okay, then you wait for the leader and I won't say it. More than 50 schools were closed the last time. Must I go to the representative to get a transcript? They have to follow the simple procedure.
Why were they
closed?
Why were they closed? Why were the schools closed? The reason they were closed is not the same reason the PYJ.
They were closed.
But not the same reason.
The PYJ Polytechnic is closed. So what is important is the children getting a transcript or a letter to go to whatever school they want to go to. Simple process they have to follow.
Thank you.
Now, probably you didn't follow the conversation from the beginning. Mr.
No,
Mr. Wunke was on the campus with whosoever that wanted to buy the school. According to Ronan on the show here, Dr. Wunke told the student that the school will be sold. And Dr. Gompa, I don't know Gompa or who, also told the student that they have gone 99% of the negotiation. 99%. Dr. Wunkeya is on the board. Which other board do you want the students to go to? They told the students that we will do a memorandum of understanding that you guys will sign, and we gave your documents to you to leave. And since then, that memorandum of understanding has not been signed between the students and the school administration. Madam
You read it now. Meeting one day you're on PYJ campus for you to have the interaction. Junior, you as a law student is different from filing or complain if from one career as NCHE and director at the time to file or complain or as a co-chair on the board or what is going on. They want for assessment. The 99%, where are we today? What percent have they going to have they reached?
Let me come in there.
Sometimes when your child do wrong things, say your child is wrong to solve the problem.
I beg you, let's not make this thing a confrontation. Roland, you will come in there.
Yeah, let me just show you.
That's when I try to talk. You ask me question, I want to explain, then you ask questions. So it make it like it's like with George, and that's just a part of the thing with them. All that person will not have this.
The administrative procedure, Roland, I want to stand with you. I give you my full support. Article 17 of the 1986 Constitution gave you the to protest peacefully. If your documents are not
Junior, let me ask you the question, Junior. Junior, let me ask you the question before the brother comes in. So if you say they should protest as a remedy to getting their documents from the school, if the people go in Monrovia or any other area outside of Uganda to sell the school to any other person behind the students, would they go on the ground to protest? Do you think protest will solve this thing? My man, other people issue writ of mandamus. They can issue mandamus in court and prohibit every process while the mandamus the court will call for hearing. The university administration, by the time there is a prohibition on all of the other activities relating to sale of school, fees, this one, once the processes are prohibited, the mandamus will ensure that their rights are given them. The rate will ensure that whoever is in charge of the school will make sure the students get their document. So every time something comes in, they go protest.
I 100% agree with you. Who is going to defend the student? Who will defend the student? It's the county attorney. This county attorney is being paid by the government. Who is going to represent the students? The government is
making it a bit of what? I'm making it the government and something. The government and the students.
When I said today on the show that I was going to bring the news.
Yeah, you gotta let it go.
Roland, when I said today I was going to bring a news, Sir Joseph is in connection with the vice president to take that school. Senator Sir Joseph of Monserrado County is in connection with the vice president of Liberia, Jeremiah Kpakong, so that they can take over the school. Information we're hearing is that our school will never be open until next year. And the discussions are ongoing between Sir Joseph and Jeremiah Kpakong. This is of no secret anymore. Let's see it out here. When Sir Joseph visited the campus recently, he met with the students, gave them the assurance that he will make sure the school will be open next year. And gradually we are approaching that time. Very credible information. Very credible one. So when you hear the VP said on Voice of Gunpowder, the school will not be sold, that's because he's in negotiation with Sir Joseph so that school can be taken as a corporation. He will have a share, Sir Joseph will have a share, the man will have a share. But let me stop here. Roland, let's hear you, my brother, before we take leave of you.
All right, thank you very much, man. Let me say thank you very much as a host, and thanks to Saros Nagui. I understand what all you people said, but Madam Lorena, I understand that when I appear on the show for the first time, what all you said on the show, we have done everything. The very first thing that the one guy who was the commission higher education, in my own understanding, he do not have a right to lead a team on the campus in the absence of the university president. Let's understand that he's not charged with the responsibility to lead a team on the university campus on the basis of seal. So it means that he had already been tampered with on both sides. And you know that when Senator Johnson that being a co-chair, he not serving as a chair on the board of trustee. After Senator Johnson died, we wrote all of the communication, we gave it to him. Now he came on the scene to convince us. Is it the scene that the one carrier that you want us to walk and go to him again? When he came on the scene convincing us, when he came on the scene telling us that they should write, he was in the present, he was present when he said they should write an MOU in his presence, and then he accepted, and then he gave us an assurance. He gave us an assurance that yes, even Senator Koga asked him, then by what time they're going to get himself 1 week from now. He himself, he stated, hey, I was not alone. Janitors were there. As Uriah Swab from Radio Kekima, as Franklin Toroki. And other janitors were present, as even the lawyers. The lawyer was the one who was talking to us. They were present. Is it the scene that the one carrier again we're going to go to? I think in my rightful mind, they know that we are the children. We are their children, and we are students, and we are from the country. Our priority should be the first thing as a concern. You understand? We asked that they won't carry you, and then he told us that yes, 1 week from now you will get your document. As long as the MOU, you sign the MOU. Up to now, there is no MOU for all the sign. So you want to tell me that we should still be running beyond that? They won't carry again on the basis of MOU. Issues will be signed. And then the next thing you said, the VP said that you are going to take our responsibility. No news. Let anybody come outside and tell us that they met with us and then we rejected the VP call. Let the VP himself say it that he called us and then we rejected his call for us not having meeting with him, that he wanted to send out to different institutions. That the one carrier came on the campus. I asked that the one carrier in an explanation that the VP said that they were going to pay our tuition to other universities. I said, why you didn't have meeting with us to tell us this thing? That the VP going to take our responsibility to LRCC or NU. That the one carrier never gave a concrete answer to that question. He never gave a concrete answer to that question. So the VP told you something. Instead of you coming to with the student body, do you think if the VP tell me that Roland can go sign go to school, why is it going down in PYJ that compulsory graduate from PYJ? You think if the VP tell me that Roland can go to LRCC, is it going down that is in PYJ that compulsory graduate from PYJ? No, but it's because the time that we left with, they said they were going to send communication to all the universities in Liberia. Have that they won't get send communication to all the universities in Liberia. Then you can clear and make it clear here. Sometimes one issue is not in your shoe, you think that the way people are addressing issues is not the rightful way. Or maybe you feel that people are not sugarcoating other people. But for us, the kind of pain that we're feeling right now, you think we'll still go back to that they won't get you? Why am I going to that they won't get you for again? Himself as a chairperson now, after Senator Johnson death, he's supposed to take over as a chairperson. If he can kind of tell us, say, oh, you're Logan, I don't get control of the madam school setting business, so I brought the team. He's the one who's supposed to be leading a team on the campus for the sale issues. Let's get it right. Not because we are here today, or not because our documents have been, it's still in the institution, but let's get it right. I think he's supposed to be saying that let the children there go to school, that school be able to open. Now, as a commission on higher education, when university is closed for 1 year, what you people can do? Or you people waiting for students to file incomplete first. You're not doing assessment to know whether the university is functionable or it's not functioning. Or we should be able to pay our trumpet. Do you know how much we are spent in just the course of the time that we're discussing? As a students, some of us who do not have. We lobby. We talk to some of our colleagues do not even have to even pay the trumpet on campus for some of the meeting. But you're not taking that into consideration. Oh, you can't go to commission. Then what the commission higher education doing by visiting the various school to know that the school is functioning? How do they know our university is functioning? 1 year plus. It means that 1 year the commission higher education had not been visiting university around Liberia. 1 good year. Because if they had been visiting university around Liberia, they were going to know that PYJ had been closed for 1 year. Oh, but you want us to write them first before they know that the school had been closed. So the issue, it is in our shoe. It is burning us. If you want for to write there, before they know that the school have been closed, we're still right there. But the fact of the matter is, it is not like we are not taking advices in. Let me tell you, we got our legal team, like we always said, because we don't want for any time the case go to court, then somebody say, let's take it from the court. No, we're not listening to anybody. You can be anybody for that matter. Let me make it clear here. From the beginning of these issues, our legal team have been talking to us to take the case to the court. And we've been telling them that we can handle it in the orderly manner. But the moment the day the case go to the court, then they know that they can't win the case. They can't say, we'll talk to the students. If I go back, we'll go do this. We don't do it. We're left for that disgrace to come upon the family that they lost the case in the court. That be real. Some people in Liberia can't be treated this way. Then by this time, they're already to court. Some people in Liberia can't be treated this way. Then by this time, we discuss different things that are happening. Or is it because we lean out with the issues now? Is it because we're not stopping Madam Johnson? We're not lacking what go? We're not abusing our own media. Also, they want to use our kindness now as an opportunity to rile on us. That is not right. Even if you're not opening the university, are they in constant communication with us? We can see the administration. We can see the dean. We can see the president. We can see the team of admission. We can see the finance officer on campus. We can see Mr. Johnson, and none of them can call us. Mr. Johnson being out for close to 2 years plus. She are not communicating. She are not even say hi to us as a students. Mr. Johnson came on the campus. She saw us. Has she called and tell us that they said they see Mr. Johnson want for all to pay our way for her and go to her in Moravia. Then she will move on and say she's going somewhere to go have a meeting. They see Mr. Johnson that has spent close to 2 years in our chat room that she can't say hi to us. Mr. Johnson that came on the campus and saw us on the campus in the night. She not say, student, why you're here for? But she passed by and tell the security, say, go and tell that people to get us out from the fence. They say they see Mr. Johnson want for all to pay our way and go to where Mosorado. Now that we are not following these procedures, we have been so lenient. It's because we some of us, the way we came up, and the next thing is our tradition within our country, the respect that we give for people. But now that we can talk to Mr. Johnson, how much maybe 2,000, 3,000 that we are spending to that school. We can wave it and then the next thing we start insulting. When she left, she can carry into court. If she not get document for me, I will not insult her. Like I said, if she not give anything to us, we'll not go. I mean, if she gave all of our documents, you will not see her on our campus. The day Mr. Johnson gave our document, you see my phone on our campus. Don't believe me. Don't trust me again. It's because she has something for her. That's the reason why you see we continue to push. So if she wants for the issues to be resolved, let her tell the board of trustees to tell the administration to give our document. That's just simple. Even the administration that you're talking about today, they don't want to communicate with us in the chat room. The administration even have issues that over 10 months they are not being paid by Mr. Johnson. 10 months they are not being paid by Mr. Johnson. So the Commission on Higher Education, the budget that they allotted as a substitute for PYJ Polytechnic University, whether that budget has been used, it has not been used, whether the university is moving, it is not moving. So we should write them forward to know that the university.
Oh, then we not know about that one. Then we not know about that money.
No, but I asked that they won't get all the questions on all the finance that they received. He said yes. He said yes, they received all the finance and went in their account.
Yeah.
And I'm saying it because
DKY NCSE does not receive money for school. The money is allotted by the national government. It goes to that school account. In the case of PYJ Polytechnic, it was 100,000. It didn't come to NCSE. It went to the school. Just so you know. So Mr.
They are aware that University in Liberia receiving budget.
Why?
1 minute, Roland.
Where you go?
So if somebody,
spirit. So what NCSE got nothing to do with the money that comes. For example, they say Junior Polytechnic, it goes to that account that you put on file. It does not come to NCSE. That's what I wanted to know. The only thing that I want to give you answer because he was a co-chair on a board, a big chair.
What do you know about the money? What do you know about the money? You just want to say.
But I said the money went to the school account. I said, you know about it. I said NCSE does not control university money that the government gave.
No, I didn't say so. My point is not that
you didn't say so. That way need that short book and you're the and how they can carry basic information. I want to correct for that boy
Yes.
was taking everything everything.
Cyrus, before you come in there, let me make a quick point. So, Lorena, when I said, where is the leadership? I was not referring to political leadership. Leadership, PYJ was a politician, the godfather of Nima County. You cannot divorce his activity, his school, from politics. Granted, when I said, where's the leadership? We've just referenced Dr. Wonkeo, who also happens to be a board chair or some type of position on the board, right? And Roland also mentioned in one of their press conferences or one of the meetings that he was part of it. When they talked to him, they expressed that grievance. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to know that these kids have been crying, yearning for help. We are all parents here. We've all been to school, and we all know how difficult it is to go to school in Liberia. We can just give an example about a kid sells in Ganta to pay his own school fee to go over there. Let's put ourselves in the children's shoes for a second, just 1 second.
Let me send that recording to Junior so that you can have it play. Maybe sometimes your feet will lie. That guy selling rap person from 2022, he started selling rap person to send himself to that school.
Yeah.
I mean, what I want you to know, everything Junior explained here. I mean, not Junior, but then giving up to the rap person, he explained the first time he appeared. What I'm saying, there's something in the people doing law say the law cannot do for you why you don't do for yourself. So meeting that I want to on campus, you're having mutual discussion or gentleman discussion. I mean, a just discussion. Is you against his word. But if you put it on record, file a complaint. That's what I'm saying. That's what I told you. If you want it, not you, I keep saying to you, brother. If you want it 4 months, then you appear here. If you follow the steps, and then nothing is done, then to know we'll be talking different thing. But you didn't follow the steps. They put you on the campus. That I won't get how all right to go on the campus because what? As the acting chair, when Mr. Johnson inviting for such say somebody want to buy the school, you will not say because I will not go. He had the right to go. To
So,
go to the
school. Lorena, can I ask you, what is the role of the board or acting board chair for the institution?
So the first thing people do the acting board chair, the student themselves did not write the board chair because they meet on campus and talk gentleman agreement. That's not a
No, I'm not after that. I'm asking for their role. What is their role?
I don't know.
No, we vote.
You can ask them, but
Okay, so my point here is
the petition statement.
My point here is the board.
It's not anything, brother. That person now when you carry to court. 4 months ago, what I told you, if you have done it, you will not be at this stage. But because you think
the main raise of a court point, the main raise of just to address it, ask you a question. Since they have not made a formal complaint, you claimed, what's the function of the Commission Higher Education? Do you sit in Monrovia? You don't do assessment in universities to know as to whether they are functioning or not? That was the point.
Higher education knows the schools that are functional and the schools that are not functional. Because last year there was an assessment done, and the team, in fact, on that identical team, that Wonke was on that team, and they did not do NC what the place in
I want to fire Wonke for. You are not doing a job. I want to fire him for. What the hell? I'm not doing a job. He was on the board of that school. He know the children are in school. He was taking a board pay. He just sit in Monrovia and decide. Now what you are fired for? They are not doing nothing.
Yeah.
And so brother just delay with so many people. That man are not doing nothing, keeping him at chair or higher education. Then he was board chair for PYJ University, and he was taking the board fees to that school. That what they fire him for. That make you tell you anything. Now,
I think you
PYJ made people everywhere that man went, they fire him. Everywhere he was according to the fire him. He went to TU, the fire him. He came to that community college. While he was sitting down there, they appointed, Jawia appointed Dr. Marcus Slower to that higher education. He honored Marcus Slower to take that higher education to go and just sit down. Don't mean they are not innovative.
I think you
He was
offended.
just sitting down there. The people children, they're not in school, nothing. He didn't care because they have relationship, they are NDR relationship. All of them used to go and land out to the vice president or and pretend to him that how the vice president too were having their back. That's why they're not supposed to be near any institution of higher learning before they even hear our higher ed.
Thank you. Thank you.
So
Thank you.
I was about to
It's
ask
I was happy
I
to
was
fire him.
Thank you, my
about to
man.
ask
Yeah, thank
Roland.
you.
Yeah, the question I wanted to ask Roland when he was explaining, he stated something from what Lorena explained. He said the VP or anyone else has not reached out to them to to get enrolled to different institutions, whether LRCC, whether NU. So my question now is, as it stands, assuming the students that are protesting are 500 or 1,000 students, as it stands, if anyone, it doesn't have to be the VP. If anyone comes in to say, look, gentlemen, we want you to ignore your statuses in the school, your different statuses in the school to get enrolled at NU or Cottington or any other institution in Liberia, to begin as freshmen. Will you accept that? And the person will be willing to sponsor, but to go and begin as freshmen to start all over again. Will you accept that?
Sarah, let me speak on behalf of my police. Somehow when I accept it. So why is the hold on that? They can't ask the director or the board justice to ask the administration to give out the wonderful document to us. Why they want to hold fast to the document, they can't give it to us. You know that University of Ryan is still accepting some of our colleagues that at least when they got in the summer too, some of them left because of some issues. They accepted them based on the document that they carry. So now if I'm going to start as a freshman student, you know how many years I'm going to waste with him. So I would not be real to the issue. What really holding those people that they can't tell the administration you go get a children document to them. Mr. Johnson is saying that thank you. Mr. Johnson is saying that there is no money in the cover. We ask her, can we all join hands to raise our fund? Up to now, the question has not been answered. You know that there are permanent sons in the country that we can lobby around. We can tell them, say, please, we want for you to help us to open the university. You know that I got a friend from India. The guy said we can help. The only way we can help is when the university is running. We can help to connect a university with another university there for student exchange program, but the university should be running. We even hear information that UNICO wanted to sponsor the nursing department, but UNICO said that at least the university should be running. Let it be in gear, then they can bring the support. But Saras, the university can survive on 100,000 or 60,000. The university can survive. I can tell you for sure, if good publicity is done, 60,000 the university can survive only. You said we 100. The madam said that we 150 students. Okay, we 150 students. When you do the calculation, you know that you'll be raising for the $1,000 USD. For the $1,000, you're taking $6,000 for staff. Use about $5,000 for instructional materials and so forth. You left with something like $35,000. It can make you to stand for the following semester. It can make you to stand for the following semester. So what is the hold on? That they can't instruct the administration to give our documents, Saras. Like if I'm going to now to go start a freshman, Sarah, you considering my age and the age of some of my colleagues, that we have one lady that she myself was in the same class. The lady, she was 41 years. She was 41 years. She myself was doing articles together. Now, if you tell her I want to go start as freshman in different university, the lady that got case and then she hoping that at least I can graduate to get something doing. Then one old man out in the agriculture department, he was around 45. You telling that man that go and start as a freshman student. What important on the document that they can't tell the people to give it to us?
So for the 5-year-old, old man and I, man, don't be old young.
No, I'm talking about the person of that age being in university.
No, I just
struggling.
I just
still struggling beyond PhD.
I'm just joking.
Let's just get our understanding. At least some of our colleagues that left, at least around they are some who want, some who are blessed because they for their materials.
If you continue on the linear, it will not see that it will go up to 2027. If you keep on the path, well, Lavina said you should lead a student to go into Monrovia to higher commission. I think that commission is a quasi-judicial body. It does not make a binding ruling. Whatever they say, they make recommendations, and the fact that they do not even have records of schools that are functional, it tells you about the laxity in their administrative workings. They are now focused on their works. The people at DK just lamented. I think the best thing to do now, my brother, you are talking about fighting against people with power. You don't fight people like us, don't fight powerful people. Now, if you go over there and the people unleash the police or EPS or even the military people, a lot of people will get injured and you'll be regretting. The best approach, quote unquote, file a writ of mandamus, and anytime you hear say they want to sell the place, for prohibition on the process, they will come and negotiate. Even if Sir Joseph wants to take over as speculator, it's not wrong. I think the student wants the school to be open. Whoever takes over, they want the school to be open for them to graduate and go by their business. So it's Joseph or whoever is coming to take over, and they get to know that the process has been prohibited by court. And before they start any other process that will lead them to taking over, they will want to negotiate with the party that went to court and prohibited the process. When that is done, then they can sell their school or they can give it to whoever wants to take over. But the best approach, go to court with your lawyer, issue a writ of mandamus. It will force them to either pay your money. If they can't give you your document as demanded, they either pay your money or the court will force them and say, look, give them the document that they are requesting because you failed to execute your contractual responsibility. But they back and forth, the other person powerful, the other person not powerful.
Sarah, can I say something to you? Sarah, can I say something to you, please? Sit in action that is not violent, that they are not destroying properties. They can do that. They have to do that consistently. They have to do certain action. Sarah, before racism and everything stopped in the US, there were no violent protests. They need that court thing you're talking about. Powerful people in government can manipulate the court system. The very people on the bench there, they are politicians. Most of them were appointed because of people have influence in the government. They need to, whatever means that they need to do for government to pay attention to them, they need to do that. The only thing I don't support is they should not be violent. For even in the US, before black people were given access to education and everything, there were protests. They need to protest consistently. Do not vandalize anywhere. Do not go after people and injure people. But you need to do something to call that thing you're talking about on Labrador there. No serious court system in our place. If people children have been sitting down for over a year, the people passing around, they're passing around, buying cow everywhere, buying Becquerel everywhere, distributing money everywhere, and the fee say we will not be angry. They are brothers and sisters. And Lorena is not angry, that's my issue. So when they're passing around buying cow, they go to cool her and lie to cool. They keep passing around buying cow. And if you say the people children, you pour a cow Benny, you pour a cow Benny, that's my anger with you. You don't pass around with people children that feature and you sitting down there you're buying cow. Yeah, you pour a cow business. Until you tell your hand for in that cow business, will be after all of y'all. Y'all need to demonstrate.
What's the connection?
Gentlemen,
We
we,
speak
So
connection,
we,
talk about
we
cow,
brought a
what's the connection?
suggestion. We brought a
What's the
suggestion when they
connection?
invited to the radio station. We
But
brought a
Madam,
What's the
suggestion.
connection?
the gentleman
We
is
gave a
saying
suggestion to Senator
100,000
Koga.
he said can open a school. He said 50,000 can open a school. What DK is saying, the money for the cow, if you put it behind the same school, the people will be in school. That's what the guy
DK
is
say
saying.
the money for the cow to put in the same school now. And I think get a cow money then put inside. You're talking
So
to
we brought a,
everything.
we brought a
I
suggestion.
always say it to people. I always say to people that you cannot cook your rest the same way, the same style, everything.
So we brought a suggestion. We brought a suggestion when we were invited at the radio station. We also brought a suggestion in the presence of Senator Koga. We told Senator Koga that the county administration can let credit the school 100,000. You understand? Can let credit the school 100,000.
For what day? So you two, it's really not correct. The two
I'm
want to
coming now.
tell somebody private school. Tell me where
I'm
you.
coming now. No, I'm
No, but
coming.
the county administration, the same county administration talking about they coming to spend money on the total fees. So why they
Thank
get
you.
credit?
No, I don't support you. No, you don't take our money and send us somebody private school. What are you talking about?
So I'm coming to a point. Let me to learn, right? We told them, we say the county administration, they can let credit the PYJ Polytechnic University. They have control over the account that each students will be paying to. You understand? Says there's a dispute in the family, they can't turn that account over to the madam, neither the children. So that the county administration have control over that account and know that these are students who are paying. Then when the school run for a certain time, and maybe like after every semester they take like maybe 10,000. After every semester they take the 10,000 until the 100,000 can be exhausted. That was the suggestion that we gave Senator Koga. He said, "Yeah, what you're saying, it got sense in it." Well, my disappointment here is our elderly people. The elders are not calling. The leadership are not calling. They are not bringing on strategies that we can use. You know, the first strategy that we want to use during the particular 28 as a students, we said it should be a fundraising rather to open the PYJ Polytechnic University. On the memorial service, it should be a fundraising rally. That every representative and other person that will attend, once that announcement go in the ears of everybody, when you come in there, will know that you come in there with something. But they don't want to be doing like a fundraising rally. Imagine where this money is coming from, where the 40 cow money is coming from. That is 40,000 US. Where is the 800 bag of rice is coming from? 10,909 So somebody cannot.
You've made your point there. I want you to stick to that point you're making. That the school can remain closed, no problem. But let the school administration give you people your document, and I support that idea.
That's our point. We told Senator Koga, we told the lawyer, we told her lawyer, we told Senator Koga. The only person that was not in the hall to hear us, maybe he was hearing us also, was the former Chief Justice. We said we don't have one right in Mr. Johnson's property, whether she sell it or not, whether she keep it or not. But as long as it remains close, our document there, let her give our document. Like the student said today, when our documents are given to us, that campus, when you spy our foot on that campus, then she must take her. She will be the one to take her to court. It's because we're going on that campus. I mean, because we're going on that campus is because she has our document.
Thank you, Roland. Now, before we take leave of you, I know everybody will come in with their suggestion there before we go to the CEO too as well. The reason why you people document is not coming, somebody just sent me an information. One of the lecturer from the university, the person told me, I cannot disclose our source tonight, that the reason why the school administration, the president, is not willing to release you people document is because the school owe them. So no matter what, until the school can pay them, they will not release you people document. It might not have the money to pay the instructors. She doesn't want to pay those instructors, and therefore the instructor too cannot release the grade to the school, and the school too cannot release your transcript, your letter of recommendation. They cannot give it to you. That's the only thing that is holding the school down. That's the only thing that is stopping the madam from selling that institution. That's the only thing that is calling the public attention to that school, because you students keep protesting that yes, indeed, we need our documents. Once your documents are given, you keep quiet on that university, nobody will listen again. Nobody. So whether John Brown want to buy the school, Mr. Z want to buy the school, this is what the professor told me right now. The lecturer told me. He said, no. Some of us will still have our grades in our possession. We told the school that we cannot give the grade to them until we are paid. Pay us off. And we gave your grades to you. Now
How
you
much?
can give
How
the
much?
transcript.
How much is the money in question according to him? How much is the
They-
money?
allegedly, he said they owe them 10 months. This is what he told me. I cannot call his name here for security reason.
So if
Allegedly,
everything is if everything is summed together, what would be the total amount? Because
now,
if we do that, you can reckon.
Yeah,
we
you
want to
can't go-
show,
you
we
can't-
want
you
to
can't dis- you can't disclose everything on Sarah.
we want to show. So after the
Because,
show, I will
because what I'm saying,
information.
if for instance they have 50 or I call it or that 10 lecturers and each person owes each person is owed 10,000 for instance, then we will know how much is needed to pay them so as to release the student documents, and then the student will go by their business. Whether or not somebody selling their school now, nobody will be involved with it. If the money that 100,000, look, the ruling said the county administration should credit the institution. It is a brilliant idea. You see, Cole building things, you're looking for projects every time to spend money on. Why is it your brothers and sisters are not in school? All of the other things you're doing around, flying here and there. Now she's in Brazil with another team, wasting resources. And children from Nimba, people who they call future leaders, are crying. And what has been their intervention? I think it's wrong. If the amount is established that the lecturers are demanding 40,000, the lecturers are demanding 50,000 as their arrears and all of that. I think if it gets to the VP and other stakeholders' attention, they might want to shoulder in and say, listen, we'll pay the lecturers to release a student grade so the student can be able to get their documents and move on with life. This thing it gives people a lot of trauma. Myself, when I was in Liberia, hustling, I left school, I went to Liberia to hustle. A lot of people used to tell me things. Oh, the man at university dropped out. The man not able academic activities. He gave up. All sort of things people can say. People who don't know your story.
So,
Now if
Sarah,
something like that is going on, it's embarrassing.
Sarah, you know what happening right now? In no way you will take politics from that. The information I just received right now. The fact there is that people are playing politics with the institution. And those people who are playing politics with the institution, they are forgetting to know that the future leader of the county, the country, are those people attending the institution. Now, it's sad enough that people can have money to celebrate feast, but they cannot have money to pay off instructors. The lecturer told me point blank tonight. He said, no, Junior, we got nothing to do with the grades. We can give the grades tonight. If they want the grades, we'll give it to them tonight. But this is the information that the public don't know. Some of us, we still have our grades in our possession since the final because the school owe us money. And since the school owe us money, we cannot submit our grades. We won't. And in our information, also saying that no, we cannot give them the transcript because once we give it, it means we have no other relationship again with the students and the institution, including the proprietors. He's not already listening to us. Therefore, we can't do anything about it, but until we hold on to the students' grade. So when the students press the administration, then the administration will be left with no alternative. The proprietors will be left with no alternative. And I want to say this to you tonight, Comrade Roland. You guys carry on your action. The law is backing you. The student committee on NIMA, they will stand up for you. You guys can do what. We'll make sure to bring one of the instructors on here. What is going on with them? This is of national concern right now. If on an ordinary day, the vice president cannot call the students to negotiate with them, I think during the day of the feast, he will call them to negotiate. Because once they are there, peacefully assembling, he will call them. Well, if Dr. Wunkeya, who served as the executive director on Higher Education Commission and also the co-chair on the board, He cannot maneuver his way through to see how best his student cry can be heard. Then what more about he not serving in a position anymore? You want a student to go there? You want them to go there? Do you know how many? You know, the sad thing about this is that many people in Nima, they said this school will not go anywhere. Even if you get degree from here, nobody will honor that degree. And exactly what they said is coming to pass. It's coming to pass. One may say Senator Johnson was living and the school was closed. Oh, yes, so it means it should be closed forever. Even if that school is open, I asked Roland and the other folks to just take their transcript and leave. Because that school got no integrity anymore. They got zero integrity. School that closed for 1 year, plus you want to reopen it and you want students to go there. You got to do very strong publicity before students even attend that institution. I will stop
But
here.
Senator Johnson was alive. Senator Johnson was alive when the school was functioning. He even promised us that he got subsidy from the government and going to further use it on the institution. That was the promise. He had meeting with us. That most of the students are in the know. That way he took the lab materials and even carried. He even sent it to Uganda Methodist for repairing the microscope and so forth. He told us during one of our meetings. So it is not screened to us that maybe the madam does not want to open, and then maybe what the lecturer is saying that the madam is owing them 10 months. Ask the lecturer whether they are communicated to us in the chat room. Over going to years now, they are not talk to us in the chat room. When we're talking to the president, it's like you're talking to a different person. When you're talking to the dean, it's like you're talking to a different person. So it shows that it is clear that over 10 months they are not being paid. And we are saying for 1 year we are not being in school. You see that? For 1 year we are not being in school. That's why you see at the end of that press statement we said that maybe anywhere we see the lecturer anywhere around the campus, that because that campus still belongs to us. Once our documents state that campus still belongs to us, and even Mr. Johnson, that campus still belongs to us, we will demand that anytime we know that she in the market, she will not use that fence to go to her house. She either use the back way, and she will be compulsory to create another door to the back way there where she will be using. Because as long as she still got our document in that campus, that place belongs to us as a students. If she want to avoid this problem, let her get our document. But if she do not want to avoid this problem, the 24th, she will see her to her house in Maserati. She felt that we don't know where she's living, but she will see her to that place. And when the 24th pass and we'll go to her house in Maserati, and then we'll not see her to her house, that 24th pass, that feast will disrupt that feast. We say in it clear. That's why the students, I agree, as we're speaking, are communicating with the students in the chat room as to the next action. And based on what people are saying on the show, the students clearly following the show tonight.
So let me come in there. So I was trying to make my point, and my VCS Lorena coming up there with DK noise. So I'll still go back to my point. I'll still make my point. I know, again, we empathize with the student body, anyone who values education, who's been through the trenches when it comes to going to school in Liberia and everything you guys are going through. We empathize with y'all. And you guys are not at fault. We here have no right to sit here and tell you how to go about voicing your dissatisfaction. You guys are the one wearing your shoes, and you know how painful the shoes are. The only thing we would suggest to you is to as DK said, voice your dissatisfaction, void of any violence, right? You can make your point. Peaceful demonstration. In America here, we have it all the time. Big university from Harvard to Princeton, they demonstrate 24/7 all the time when they're dissatisfied. Even when things are going on overseas in Israel, the people will demonstrate here. Students will demonstrate. People respect students. As long as it's peaceful, I personally would suggest you continue to make noise. If it calls you guys to go on media like you're doing tonight, let's just have it be done peacefully without any violence. That would be my thing. You also mentioned something about your guy lawyer. What Cyrus and my son Gino said, you try to utilize that, even though it's going to be an uphill battle. Having a lawyer against the big guys over there will be very hard, but try to have that too. Let the lawyer advise you or give you some legal advice. But I would say don't shy away from continuing to make noise. You'll continue to make noise peacefully. Don't make noise peaceful. Let people listen. When I say leadership, everyone over there knows about PYJ University. Everyone knew how much the university meant to this old man. This was his legacy. Or this is his legacy. This is what he poured everything into. And if he was on air, you're listening now, he would be so disappointed at his school that he fought so hard for. The university that he spent so much time, energy, and money on is not functioning because of just all these things. And I also feel that the board chair, the Dr. Wonkayo, and all those people who are in leadership, you don't have to wait for students to write to you, especially when you are on the board. You know exactly what's going on. They have to make way for students to be in school or give the student their transcript for them to go to school. So I feel so bad for the students. I personally feel bad for them because if I were in that, let all of us put ourselves in the children's shoes. What if our daughters were going to the university? What if our sons were going to the university? What if our brothers were the one who were in this shoe? We're talking about people we may have been opportune, blessed to be where we are. It won't be anything to us. But someone selling in the street of Ganta to pay his own school fees and then go all the way 2-3 years and then they just shut the school down. Nothing should come out of it. Everybody playing politics with it. And then we say we should tell the people what to do, how the church should react, and not blame our leader. When you say leadership, that's what leadership is. From the VP to the soup to everybody. That's what leadership is. We put them there for a situation like this for them to be able to come up and resolve these issues. The thing the trainer asking for is not a big deal. Maybe they should be communicating with them. From what I listen to, Roland has really laid out here that they have made all attempts to reach out to all these people. We shouldn't wait for writing the Higher Education Commission. We should not wait for the Senate. Every day they turn on news, they're having demonstration. Why can't I think there's the third or fourth press conference I've listened to Roland and other people, right? So there should be no reason why our leadership in the county, Nema County, everyone that if you are going to do feasts, if we are holding this feast to be the biggest thing, I mean a huge thing, and we're spending thousands and thousands of dollars on this, why can't we just do something about the school? Why can't they just invest a little bit of money to open the school? So, Roland, personally, again, I empathize with you guys. I'm so sorry you guys are going through this. I feel bad for you, your friends, and all the other students who are crying for the fair share, something that you guys work for. Remember now, this is our next generation. We got the United States and China right now competing for the next generation when it comes to technology, science, math. They are fighting, they are competing, investing in the next generation, spending money, millions and billions of dollars, billions of dollars on this. But we are here talking about students, our students who pay their own school fees to go to school. School shut down, no restriction. Where's the regulation on higher commission education? Where's the regulation in America here? People go to school, people pay their school fee, and you close school down, no reason. It's going to be a huge deal. Not even in America, but Ghana, other countries. So I think the government itself too also has to be responsible. Everybody has to be responsible. They need to do something about our future, our next generation. So I wish you guys the best, Roland. Y'all don't relent. Don't let nobody tell you anything, but make sure you keep your guys together. You make sure you be peaceful as possible. Because when you deter for a second and you try to inject any ounce of violence in there, everybody's going to stay away from you. And then your cause that you're fighting for will become a worthless cause. So I wish you guys the best. Continue to raise your voice peacefully, and hopefully our people will hear your cry and come to your aid. Thank you.
Is that closing so I can do my own?
I'm on the closing up. When you're closing, no cow business now. Just make a closing and start accusing.
No, I'll put cow business. I'll put cow business. You get choose what I want to say. I'll put cow business. So, people who can put meat, people who can put food business ahead of education will put more on them. Anybody that put food business ahead of the nation education will put more on them. Yes, my take. Roland, do not leave Poga out. He the spokesman for the family. When you're going to sit in action, you're to it to a horse. You're to it to a horse too. The pressure will be on him. You should not leave him out. The other people, now when I say something, Without hearing you, oh.
To be conducted as one. Now when you get someone behind your steering, you start shouting across the place. Get talking things. You
So,
want
so
to
this is a go. These are,
yeah,
let me conclude now. Take you. I hope you want person to eat. You know it's not true.
remember, someone they start screaming. We are you have people out there business. Now we can't discuss here. We can't. Somebody take that time. 2 or 3 hours data to come on the show. Get put chance at the talk. Don't just be jumping up and down. This and the who's here, whether you hungry. That was him go to 18 hours.
Thank you, Madam Lorena. DK, before you come in, Roland, you've been with us here for over 2 hours now. Let's hear your parting comment. We'll stay here for the post analysis. Let's hear you in 2 minutes. Your parting comment.
No, Joe, don't do that. Joe, I want your strategy. When you let a man go, I'll tell you what to do. Be bad.
Need a begin.
Okay, DK, 30 seconds. I don't know which kind of strategy you want to get.
Man,
it.
begin gotta go.
Yeah.
Roland, go
So,
ahead.
Lorena, I got turn, huh?
They get and be for closing their fan. So I'm not a host. I'm that
Okay, so thank you. So Lorena, thank you. Roland, let me get you strategy. Now one between me and my visitor. You know that I'm a long-time visitor there. That's setting action. I was giving you an idea. Two way to cook our house. He's a spokesperson for the family. Koga will be pressurized to get involved. That idea you're talking about taking money for our cover. Before one Lorena then to for our cover. They not get a car or anybody that takes send for Nima County cover. Go and everybody involved. Everybody that takes send for our cover will go after them. That Nima County money. Nobody will use Nima money for private university. If you want to use money for Nima cover, invest it in the Nima University. I'm not in support of anybody taking cent for Nima cover. There's allegation that our PYJ funeral are going on. They took money for our Nima cover. The people who are managing our funeral and everything, they have not accounted for that money, allegedly. So I'm not in, so anybody that giving you an idea, you'll go after that. We ourselves will go after you that want your document for PYJ University. Lastly, nobody should scare you. Nobody should scare you and your team. You're doing certain action. When the people come to kill out their cow, you're recruit good people, you're pull at them to that place, they come in eat cow, they want to enjoyment while you're not in school. You're pull at anybody that will come there. Continue to do that peacefully, the people will be able to listen to you. You go to court, my brother, those people that are in higher office, they will manipulate that case, that your case been going on for long. Demonstrate peacefully, don't hurt anybody, don't destroy property, or do serious in action. See anybody in the family that connected to PYJ that you think will listen to you, you'll go after them. You'll sit down in front of their gate, you'll sit down in front of their house and do it like that. You'll do it like that, continue to do it peacefully. Recruit more young people that are affected by that action. Don't be alone. When they can't eat that cow again, there are plenty of people to boo at them, say they're eating food, they are only thinking that food, they're not sending their children out of the country or that cow eating their own here. Do it like that. I will support you. Thank you.
Who are your bosses?
Yeah, please give me 10 seconds. Let me talk to DK White because he attacked my character.
Yeah, let Ronan do a parting, then we can
No,
stay. You will.
This is that go ahead. Go ahead.
I took money from how you call it, Nima County cover. And DK White, you may think you're joking, and I don't take it to be a joke because it is my character you're talking about. I do not work with Nima County administration. I am now a consultant. I don't do anything with Nima County administration. Yes, I go to technically, and sometimes I sleep in the superintendent compound because of my relationship with her. But what has to do with, I don't even know which bank they are putting, how you call it, they can send their money to the saving way, I don't know. So for you to sit on this platform that is being watched, I'm more than 50 or 100% to say, I took money from the cover, I think you should withdraw that statement because you are tarnishing my reputation. We collected money from Nimbayans, home and abroad. That's all. Whatever money that was used or that may have been used by the county administration towards PYJ parents. They didn't have to come to the committee. It did not. Please, I'm begging you,
Thank you.
do not say that about me again. I'm begging you. I don't know which bank they even take you in the first place.
Thank
Before I
you.
will even pay a signature to it, I will take money from it. I'm begging you, please. That Liberia,
Thank you.
that people need to go.
Thank you. Roland, let's hear you.
Thank you, Mr. Laruna. I said your committee is alleged. I didn't say you take money. I said it's alleged. I said it's
And
alleged. So your committee will keep quiet
Roland,
until you get
now,
report.
TK,
Go
they
ahead.
this
not
is
take
not, we will not condone
money
this.
from
Our
what
guest
parents
is on the show. We cannot,
buy
no,
the
Roland, I
bro.
beg you. I beg you.
Something. The committee.
Roland, let's hear your parting comment in 2 minutes.
All right, many thanks to you, and many thanks to the BKS family for inviting us as students to actually tell the public what is going on. But like I said from the previous stage, that we are confused as a students, we are being neglected, and the way things happening, we are not seeing any other person to be in constant communication with us as a leader to ensure that we get our document or to ensure that school will be open. So this issue has raised a serious concern in our chat room, and some students were telling me, like at a certain point of time, we got some issues with our students and with us as well. Then they will be like, maybe you people are taken side somewhere, and then maybe the madam called, she had called this and that. We all call the madam and not call me because I don't even like to do things beyond people. So I'm saying this to say this clear. And the next thing that people saying that, oh, nobody taking money from the mechanical caucus. What happened to the East when the superintendent went to the East? That was a contribution that was made there. They clearly understand that everyone, all we are students, regardless of people being outside. International students, it does not mean that we ourselves we can be respected to as a students that live in the country. So if they can go outside, maybe they spend something that 5,000 outside, and then we too we're facing a simple situation that is very pandemic like this. So at least we expecting them to come and say, look, even though what you people saying we don't have much, even our 5,000 can be given to the administration for now. And say, okay, send your this and that, your 10 this and that, or maybe you will get your 5,000 for now, and then when you can start to be able to do 1 or 2 things. I think you're going to be pretty enough. But wherein people say, wherein Mr. Way said that, oh, because nothing can be taken from the county covers, and then the next thing is students. It's a private university. What becomes of the students that other people are going to in the East? Is it now a private institution too? Is it a government institution from Liberia? No. So I think we can lobby, we can still come around on a round table that the Nima County caucus is necessary, at least even it can be 60 or $100,000 to be invested. After certain times, they're going to get what they invested in our school. I can tell them for sure. And students are willing to even have publicity. Students are willing, with all the things that we are discussing. When they give our document today, we'll leave. But if they tell school opening next month, announcement on radio station, you will see some of us even in the advertisement process, like we did before with the community service, to ensure that it is not because we're doing it because we just want for our voices to be here, or we just want document to just live from the institution. It's because of the mindset that we came with, that at least we should be the first graduate from that institution, or because Senator Johnson built that institution for Nimanians. And this is the same Nimanians that killed in the dream of that institution. Most especially people that were entrusted by Senator Johnson. It is not we the students. It is not we the students. So I'm saying this to call upon any other person to please ask Mr. Johnson to give our document. Any other person to please ask Mr. Johnson to give our document. We do not want for we and Mr. Johnson to be in another different route where people will start talking and say, oh, that labor can't hear. The people can't hear. This is the best time. People telling us that our action is not right. People telling us, say, oh, what you're doing is right. But when you enter to a certain place, maybe to the court, when you enter to that place now, where maybe even if the cause of all will be walking, going there, going there, we'll go there. Even if the cause for our slipper here, our shoe here, or our shoe balance to finish, But when the issue end up to court, anybody asks, or even though the students are not agree for all to take a consultation is ongoing right now in the chat room. But when you enter to that place and then people tell us, say, let's bring it down, even that school open, it will be compulsory that will go through that court process before that school can be open first. Say it had not reached to that stand, You please beg Mrs. Johnson, let her give our document. The county administration, you please beg Mrs. Johnson, let her give our document. The Nima County Caucus, you please beg Mrs. Johnson, let her give our document. The vice president of the Republic of Liberia will know you for everybody in Liberia, but you from Nima County to be perceived. And you are a son to the list senator, please beg our mother to give our document. Senator Koga, Senator Yantuayen, you please beg the madam to give our document. It is not compulsory that we remain in our school, we graduate from our school. Based on some of the things that we're seeing now, it is not compulsory. Our neighbor screen was not buried on our campus. But it's because we're supposed to make what to start or to begin for another university to have it. That is our document. Let her please give our document before they say that we rule. Before they say that we take our mother somewhere. Before they say that we behave unlawfully. We begging them. Let them beg Madam Johnson to please give our document to us. We don't have any place of patience again. From now to the 24th, if Madam Johnson do not speak to us like we told terrorists today, I say, please tell the old man. From now to the 24th, if she do not issue our document through the administration or the board of trustees, we'll go to our house in Monrovia to have protest. And nobody will talk to us, we'll listen to them. We'll go to our house in Monrovia, we'll have protest. And every account or every funding that the students will use, she will be responsible for it. Every funding, because she caused her to go to her house. And to her house in Ganta here, we'll make sure we have protest to her house in Ganta here. The two places that she had as a house, we'll have protest there. The next thing, when it do not still heal result, because we know that maybe she will run away based on the announcement. We don't know yet. But when it do not heal result, that feast will disrupt every activity of that feast. Will disrupt every activities of that feast. Again, we as students of the PYJ Polytechnic University, as the students' body has agreed, will disrupt every activities of that feast until Mrs. Johnson can realize that we students need our document to go and begin on it. Some students, they are already, some people already in the process now. So we need it. We need it. It is important to us because we pay for it. I'm not holding the school. If you want me to forward all my documents, if you want for some of our colleagues to send their receipt, we can send our receipt. For me, I'm not holding the school. The school is the one holding me now. If Mr. Johnson do not want us to go on our campus and for us to fasten around any of our husband property, let her give our document. She will never see us in that vineyard no longer. Until maybe that school open, we see it necessary, we can attend. Then that's it. But when I see it important, we'll not go there. Let Mrs. Johnson give our document. Please, those of you that are on the media right now, that you're closer to her, you tell us that the students asking. Every radical issue got radical approach. Radical issue has radical approach. We have been linear for some times. We have respected Mrs. Johnson. We have respected every other person that have been talking to us. But they are taking our kindness now to be something that they can ride on us. To say, what did I want them talking? Anytime we're ready, we'll open the university. But mind you, the 25th, when the 24th pass, our action going to be different. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for being here tonight.
Okay.
Now, you listen to Roland. I think this time now it's not about the school reopening, it's about their documents. But let me say this. I don't know whether you want to take politics from out of this discussion, but politics is in play. Credible sources have told us that that school will not open until late next year, and it will be open under the stewardship of Sir Joseph and the vice president. And as they are opening it, they will say it's free because they want to score political goals. What baffles me a lot in this entire thing is the vice president have money to sponsor feast. He has everything. He has the power. He has the authority. Why not talk with the school administration to know what is going on and let the student get their documents? What is holding them back? Something feature is happening, and this is beyond politics. I want to use this medium to call on the Nima Solidarity Movement that was established to protect Nibarians. Students are crying, Nima Solidarity Movement. The students need help. The group was established to advocate. Can you stand behind the students? Can you stand with the students today? Let their documents be given to them? Or it is only for top people in politics? Whenever I want to expand on this issue, I always feel that kind of feeling that I want to shed tears because it's sad. 2022 and somebody not graduate yet. Wow, this is bad. But let me stop here for now. My brother Cyrus, let's hear your analysis and your parting comment in 3 minutes after you go to Mana Lorena for her analysis and your parting comment.
Yeah, thank you for the opportunity. You know, the issue about that school closure, the reopening, I I still maintain my stance. You know, I see the radical aspect of it that has to do with protest and all of that. But to protest against powerful people, I think the repercussion is not withstandable. You know, when the police ready to act, you all of us are following the trend in Liberian politics now. It is it is almost like the police versus the people. You know, the police keep resisting things, and their resistance can be it cannot be proportional. The and Gregory gave instruction the other time that police should protect themselves. So I'm asking myself, what if the students go on a rampage to demonstrate, you know, to protest whether peacefully or through whatever means, and the police is instructed to harm them? Who do they have to talk for them? Who do they have as students who are all already struggling for financial support to further their education? Who do they have to speak against whatever that the police might want to do to them? So to avoid all of these things, the best approach, because right now, Junior, to be honest with you, I'm disappointed that the elders of Nimba, I saw them the last time behind Tingba, merry making, dancing, enjoying. Why is it that the actual future of the county is at stake and they are not looking at that? How do they even intend to make this Nimba unity thing to materialize when the students that are supposed to even carry the message to their people are grieving? The students that are grieving today, and are they not part of Nima Unity? What happened to the elders, calling the necessary people involved with this whole school thing to say, listen, the school must be opened. The school must be open for the student to continue, or if it is not possible that the school is open this year, you address their concern. Let them get their documents. What happened to the elders saying some of these things, making some of these recommendations? Why is it about just pleasure? Every time they go to places they enjoy, why are they silent? I mean, bro, to be honest with you, the way things are going, I would not want to be too vocal on too many things like before. I will always be on a point of law, because I believe, while it is true that there are powerful people in Liberia, I believe nobody is above the law. And with time, some of these things will get to be history. Senator Johnson that we're talking about today, he was extremely powerful. oppressive as such. It was very oppressive. He used his power doing this, doing that. When we are here today talking about his property, it is closed. Nobody knows if this is the will of God, because the Bible reminds me that anything, anything built on falsehood is subject to destruction. And we are here today. We all know Senator Johnson records, positive ones, negative ones. You know, the the way he treated other people, frustrated other people and stuff. And today we are saying things about his legacy. This is supposed to be his legacy. And now I don't get it. I don't even know the rationale of having feast to make his soul to rest in peace. And if you even think about it, for me, it doesn't make sense to me. You want to make a man's soul to rest in peace, but a property, something that should be his legacy, is going down the drain. This man spent everything he labored for, everything he acquired fraudulently from people through crooked means. He put
Thank you so
everything
much.
behind the same thing. But today, there is no tail. The students are complaining. So all of us need to reach out to people we know to see how best, if the teachers, the lecturers at that institution, if their arrears are settled, if they will be able to release the student document, then this whole rigmarole about it will open, it will not open, nobody will be focused on it. Whoever they give it to, even they give it to assisting Jesus to run it, it will be up to them. I
Thank you.
think the money there, if it is 50,000 for to settle the teachers to release the students' grade and their transcript, whatever the amount is, I think people who are involved with this cow feasting and all of that can suspend their arrangement, their program. Say, listen, let's try to address the school team first. After which we can carry on our feast. I want no noise within the country. But as it
Thank you.
stands, the students are threatening to go on a rampage, to protest and things. Nobody knows the form of action that will be taken that day. When people strike and if they are provoked, they do things. And I'm just thinking, what if the student bitterly respond and the police, have to do something the way they normally treat people in Liberia? I
Thank
think
you.
the best way to do it is to just go to court, file a mandamus, for the court to force the school to comply with them, or if they ever heard that somebody is about to buy all
Thank you.
the transfer ownership, then they can file written prohibition on the process, then they move on. Thank you
Thank
so
you. Thank
much.
you so much. Thank you. Now, Lorena, if you are there, you can come on camera and give us a parting comment before we go.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for the show. And we all know this is not Roden first appearance on this show. On the same issue, the first time he appeared, his concern was mostly about how they can get their documents. And the reason I'm signing the this today is just how I sign with my own children. So if you give me a situation or there's a problem and I give you my honest opinion, something I know will help you, and then you decide to do it your own way when they come back another to get the same complaint. I don't pay to you. You understand? So I just say the hard truth to you. Let agree with you, Junior, when you say we cannot divorce this discussion from politics. Agree, accepted. Let's go that way. So if we cannot divorce it from politics, you will first start with a simple process or the simple procedure. You say, Madam Josie is in your chat room, she's not responding to you. You call her, she's not saying anything. How long will it take students to just do a letter, a formal letter? Let somebody bring it and make sure it is delivered and it's signed on the return copy. That's one step. The same person that is coming also write the National Commission on Higher Education online, or they file the school are closed for administrative reason. We want our transfer to go to different institution and they are not giving it. Somebody also sign on the return copy. No, no response, no intervention. And like you say, we cannot divorce it from politics. Then write the caucus. Because even you're talking about county administration giving you money, the county administration will have to do resolution. It's a the superintendent will not just say that agree and say, oh, they call the children say they may do this. So let's say the truth as it is. We know the constitution gave us the authority or give us the right to protest. It is good to protest. Protest is a form of advocacy. But in advocacy, you have to change your approach. If one approach is not working for you, you have to do, you have to apply another approach. The last time I remember when I came here, even more than 4 months, and what the same protest they were doing, they were on campus, they were doing this, they were doing that. It is not working. You either change it or you add another approach and combine and have and use, or combine approach. So do those letters, write the caucus. Now I'm adding the caucus because you say we cannot divorce it from politics. But just the protest alone to say waiting for fees, when is the fees? Because the last I know, there is no fees for now until they formally discuss their issue, they settle it, they discuss their school issue, everything. How long will it take? 2 months, 3 months? And you waiting for fees time before you go to protest? I think students should not be afraid to write letter because they act they're afraid to write letter to do communication. I think they should add another approach to what they're doing at protest. And it's funny when the CEO say people should not say and tell the children what to do, but you telling them to continue to say things. But I shouldn't tell them that they should write. So I mean, it's just fair, unfair. It is biased. It makes it seem that the show is antagonizing certain people. You got certain people on mind that you want to antagonize. Don't be friend. This is the CB Basha is closed. NCHG does not go around telling school administrators why did you close. The person got financial constraint, they close. NCHG will not compare you to open because NCHG will not give you money. So to say NCHG does not know which school functional, so NCHG, I'm not a spokesperson, but they know which school is functional and which is not. But they will not also force a school to close. This is 1 year plus. So what's difficult about the student for the simple procedure? Since I told them been more than 4 months, do those things, and then if you then we all sit here, then we can condemn people. But if you feel you don't feel it, not like everybody to go on radio or go to the campus and make noise, and then you think I would say yeah, do that. Okay, no. Do things that will make it because what you want is a transcript or letters of transfer. So do things that will make you to get a result. Nothing that will make it to be hard for no reason and hard by the wrong people. Then we cannot divorce it from politics. Write a caucus. The vice president is the vice president of the Republic of Liberia, but he comes from a country which is I'm going your will. So
the students said they have written the entire members of the caucus, including the caucus leadership, and they have never responded to that cry.
Listen, I'm saying I'm going your will, but the first thing they should have done, I know individual students who have issue with university and they complain at university to NCHG, they go through the case and that university is compared to do the right thing. I told you more than 4 months. What is stopping him from doing it, or what is stopping his group, the team, from doing it? It's just simple, Junior. You say he's studying law. The court will not do for you what you should have done for yourself. So the judge will see that you got a case, but because you didn't do something correctly, you will lose that case. So it's the same thing. So you're not if the thing that protesting will help them, then they continue. But I would say another strategy to the approach. You put in advocacy, you cannot just say you stick to one thing. You heard me when the real teacher when they appear at WhatsApp, I said you have a cut-off point. You can't just say you will do one thing, that thing will do no. So I'm telling Ronnie, I know he's still listening. You are a student, you are in school, you are in Polytechnic. Doing a formal communication shouldn't be a problem for you and your team. Do a formal communication to the higher commission, and they have a different director, executive director or lady. Do a formal, if you want the information, I can send it to June, he send it to you, or you can just go on the NCHG page, or whole information is there. Do a formal communication and lay out what has happened and how it has affected you going forward, because you cannot go to start from freshman when you are paying all the money and spend all the time. Do those things and see if nothing will come from out of it. The protest, you can, I will not say stop your prayer, but they say are infringing on your constitutional right, but add something that another strategy that will make you to get your document. And not just to be heard by people in the County also. Another thing to it. And if they say we should not separate from politics because people are just a politician, okay, yes, write the caucus, write the county administration, write the vice president, see letters, see community, see content, and no see points. But only
Thank you.
protest will not help you. That's what I have to say.
Thank you. Thank you so much for being here tonight, Madam Lorena. So, folks, it has been a wonderful conversation, and we hope to see all of you guys tomorrow. Stay safe, live the life you love the life you live. Be blessed.